Here we go. And we are live here at Bolsa Grande Stadium, Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football Countdown to Kickoff. Bolsa Grande today making their 2024 debut on the stream. They've got teacher appreciation going on the field right now to start things off. Joining me early this time, right out of the gate, GGUSD Athletic Director Dave O'Malley. Dave, how's it going?
Good. Can you guys hear me?
We can hear you.
Okay.
And, of course, here on camera, we've got Kaylin from Rancho and Vincent from Bolsa. He's going to do a great job here on graphics, and he's also going to try and take some stats, so we'll see how that goes. We had a week off last week. Got a lot to catch up on. We probably won't talk too much about the week before, but let's get into it and find out about the schools that we will be seeing here today. Let me see. Okay, there we go. I lost a little bit of audio. You know what, Vincent? Let me help you out here, bud. There we go. Click on it now. There we go. Here we go. We got Ocean View here today. We've seen Ocean View on our streams quite a few times. We covered them when Los Amigos actually played them at Ocean View. That was our first and only away stream that we were able to do. They are led by head coach Daniel Hernandez. Last year, they were 6-6. They made the playoffs with a 1-2 record out of that Pac-4 league. They have 2 league championships, their last one coming in 2020. And this year they are in the Sigma League with Rancho and Los Amigos. So we might even see them one more time this year, depending on whether those teams play them at home. No CIF title game appearances or championships. And here we go on our side, and we can say our side. We can be a little bit subjective today. We got head coach Michael Acosta leading the Matadors. They are now in the Tango League after finishing 6-5 last year and making the playoffs for the second year in a row. They're looking to make that 3 this year for the first time since the 1980s. They have 2 league championships, 2 Garden Grove League championships, that is. Last one coming in 1986. They have 1 CIF championship and 1 CIF title game appearance, a victory over Valencia, I believe, way back in, I think, 1986. So here we go. Let's now take a look at, I believe, we've got the schedule coming on. Ocean View coming into this game at 0-4. They've got losses against Fountain Valley, Anaheim, Gar, Artesia. Bolsa also with a loss against Artesia. We'll get to that in a little bit tonight, of course. Ocean View taking on Bolsa next week, or in 2 weeks, actually. They have a bye week next week, but they start league off at Mansour Stadium against Los Amigos, following that up with a few home games against Santa Ana Valley, Calvary Chapel. They might be away for one of those games. I forgot to put that there. And what about Bolsa Grande? They started this season with a loss to Savannah, a loss to Artesia, 28-16, and a victory last week on their homecoming game, 42-14 over Century. And of course here tonight against Ocean View. Next week, I believe that's actually a Saturday game against Channel Islands. They'll be playing that game early, about 2 o'clock, right,
2
Dave?
2 p.m., yeah.
2 p.m. game up there. Where is Channel Islands? Out in Ventura, right? Oxnard area?
Yep.
And then they follow that up, and they start league with a very big game, and we will definitely be covering that game on October 4th against La Quinta.
Yeah.
And of course,
big
we had
rivalry game.
Definitely glad to see that one continuing. Then they follow that up with games against Loera, Costa Mesa, Anaheim, and finishing it off at Mansour Stadium against Santiago. Now, tonight, not the only game going on here in Garden Grove or in the Garden Grove Unified School District. Los Amigos traveling out to Nogales. They're going to be taking on the Nobles. And we talked about off camera here, the Max Preps or the Cal Preps predictions, and Los Amigos is favored to win that game, but I think it's going to be a really good game for them, a really good measuring point for them, and that's tonight. Tomorrow, a whole slate of games, all of our teams playing this week. We have La Quinta at John Glenn. La Quinta predicted to win that game handily. They've been averaging over 40 points a game in their young season. They're going into that game 3-0. Pacifica is visiting Walnut, and that should be a pretty good game for Pacifica. They're looking to bounce back from a few losses here in the last few weeks after defeating Grove here on the stream a few weeks ago. Then you have Estancia visiting Santiago at Mansour Stadium. Santiago with the victory last week, right? They had a victory last week.
They did, yeah.
Yes. So they won last week. They're looking to make that 2 in a row, and then Godinez will be here against Rancho, and we talked about Rancho defeating Anaheim 2 weeks ago very handily in what was a very surprising thing to see. Not that Rancho's not good, but just the way they beat Anaheim.
Great
right?
score for him, yeah, 42-14. So I don't think that was expected. Even from Coach Enright, I don't think it was expected there. So great momentum with the Vaqueros to start the season.
Yeah, and, a victory last week, as we'll get to in just a bit. But they'll be taking on Godinez, another Santa Ana team, the second Santa Ana team in a row. Then Garden Grove is visiting a university team that Los Amigos actually took care of quite a few weeks ago. So I'm very interested to see how that score is going to be, to see if Garden Grove can take care of University, or if University takes care of Garden Grove, and then maybe we've got a little bit of a, hey, is Los Amigos maybe the second best team in the district right now?
We'll see Garden Grove coming off two really close losses.
One point, yep.
Yeah, and so we'll see if they can get on the right side of the outcome there, and maybe they can have a great explosion against University.
There we go. Now, we were talking about last week. Let's go ahead and see what happened last week. Pacifica, in a little cross-city showdown with Marina, they lost that 31-7, but Marina 4-0, looking really good this year. La Quinta taking care of Mountain View 42-12. There's that Garden Grove game, narrowly losing that one to Gar 14-12. Rancho with the squeaker against Godinez, maybe a little bit of a surprise, 28-24. And Bolsa, that score should be, I believe it was more than 28-14. I believe it was 40-something, right? And I actually have it here. Let's grab that really quick so we can make sure. Yeah, it was a 42-12 score victory over Century for Bolsa.
I think we're wrong there, right?
Was it wrong? Yeah. See what happens. I tried to.
Yeah, Saddleback. Rancho beat Saddleback.
Yeah, Rancho back Saddleback. Yeah. Well, hopefully Rancho will be Godinez tomorrow. We're gonna will it to happen. But yeah, Saddleback, the Roadrunners.
Yeah, and I think the Bolsa score, I think it was 41-6. Bolsa beat Century 41-6.
Okay,
so
41-6.
Good victory for them.
But yeah, nonetheless, the old Garden Grove League schools are all coming off victories last week. The two outsiders are looking to get back on the winning track. Both Garden Grove and Pacifica with 2 losses in a row. They're actually Garden Grove with, I believe, 3 losses in a row after their big win against Bellflower to start the season off.
Yeah, both those teams, Grove and Pacifica, both dealing with early season injuries. That's affected the outcome of their games. And again, that's we mentioned before in the broadcast here, the way the leagues are now, they are so there's so much parity in the leagues for football that really the preseason is all about just get better from week to week. The results really don't matter if you feel like you're improving and you can do well in your close league of 5 teams. It can be good.
There we go. We got the captains coming out, and let's see if I can find my Bolsa roster here. Actually, we got the national anthem, so we'll take a break. Great job by the Matador Marching Band, led by Mr. John Miller, leading us in the national anthem. Let's get to the captains here as we have the coin toss coming up for Bolsa. Captain number 12, Tang Britton. Number 60, Mohamed Matus. Number 77, Jesse Hernandez. And number 45, Damian Montes de Oca. Captains for Ocean View, number 1, Matthew Bonilla. Number 0, Gage Pritchard. I believe that's number 50, Pedro Maldonado, and number 54, Randy Leal. We're going to try and do our best to read numbers. We've got the Max Preps roster. Sometimes they're not as reliable as we think, but we will do our best to call the action here as the teams get ready to go in there for the coin toss. Dave, we mentioned predictions. Cal Preps does have Ocean View winning this game. And I think a lot of that has to do with the two teams' common opponent there. You have Artesia.
I think you have it flipped. I think they have Bolsa Grande winning by 1 point.
Okay.
22-21 is the Cal Preps prediction, at least as of 4 p.m. today. It might have changed.
That could be, no, that you're right. That could just be me.
Yeah, you never know those calculations. Sometimes it's just like the bowl championship series, you have, or the college playoffs. Sometimes as they get more results, you might have the slightest change that could affect it. But yeah, last I saw, we had Bolsa, Bolsa with a predicted score of 22-21 over Ocean View. So we are expecting a close, tight ball game.
Yeah,
there.
they're giving them a 53% chance to win this game. So if you're Bolsa, you'd like to see that. You're coming off a nice big victory last week after a few losses to start the season.
For those that don't know, again, we were referring to calpreps.com. That is where all of the data and information is to determine our leagues that we have. So again, mentioning here that the Matadors are in the Tango League. Well, all of that league information comes from calpreps.com, and again, they do predictions and odds of winning. So go check them out.
To think, 10 years ago, looking at Cal Preps, it was just even 20 years ago, it was just a place to get results, right? And for everyone to just kind of keep track of things. Who would have thought all these years later they would actually be instrumental in, changing the landscape of high school football?
I'll be honest, I'm a little skeptical about us using them as the numbers, just because there's no transparency. They have a proprietary formula that they use. And so we don't know what that is. I'm a little skeptical of that. But to your point, all of the coaches that use it just love it. They all trust those numbers. They like that. There is no complaints from coaches. It's the best resource that we have available to us, at least as it comes to football.
And I'll tell you what, you go to it and you're thinking to yourself, how is this website? There's no flash. It's just, it's straightforward. It's just black and white, but I love it. I can get lost on that thing looking at past results.
Well, I'm amazed sometimes, too, that, I found myself learning new skills of trying to find scores of games. Sometimes when you're trying to look out there, and sometimes I cannot find it anywhere, but Cal Preps has it.
I'll tell you what, though. Cal Preps did not have Garden Grove and Gar. So that game is not listed. I was trying to figure out what was going on.
Is it still not there?
It wasn't there as of yesterday or the day before. We've got a neon theme here for the Bolsa crowd. And I have to say, Ocean View, not a bad crowd considering a Thursday night. Certainly better than that Garden Grove crowd on a Friday night. I'm gonna keep going back to that.
Well, yeah, just down the street. Again, you alluded to that with Pacifica Marina. I think they initially called it or at least it was marketed on our end with Pacifica, the Battle of the Bay, and then it became the Battle of Springdale, right?
I'm gonna have to say, Dave, I called Garden Grove and Pacifica Battle of Lamson. Now they actually share that both schools do come up to Lamson. So
I think we had a good idea that maybe we can explore further. We were talking about changing the street sign colors, right? The week of the game or something.
There was something.
Might be a good thing.
Get with the city to do that. You got the captains down the middle of the field. Referees doing the usual thing, explaining, the expectations, showing the coin.
We'll have to. You love research. We'll have to see if there was ever an official name, but we got to come up with a name if there's not for the Bolsa La Quinta rivalry, which is certainly good.
Yeah, I've never seen one. And the fact that it. Rancho and Garden Grove, they have a trophy. The actual origin of that trophy is pretty special. Principal Jordan, who was at Garden Grove, I believe his child passed away, and they made that trophy in honor of his child. As we have Bolsa deferring the toss. So, he donated that, and that's back when, there were only two schools in the district.
Right.
But La Quinta and Bolsa definitely, with the way it is, and maybe it's because it's not as prestigious, right? It's oftentimes it was the either school's only win of the season, and
but even there, I remember even back when I was in high school, and they weren't the best of teams, and again, it might be the winner of that game was 1-9. And the loser was 0-10, but the stands were packed with people. Yeah. It was a big game from the stands. Absolutely. I know I just came from La Quinta Was watching some water polo there, but they had girls volleyball was going on. It was La Quinta Bolsa girls volleyball, and the gym was packed. It was packed.
Both schools really, the campus life when they face each other is awesome. And I remember back in high school, I hung around with a lot of ASB people, and the Rancho ASB was really close with the La Quinta ASB. So we came to that game, that Bolsa La Quinta game, and again, I think it was 1-9 or 0-9 each team, and I mean they were here. And I mean, even we went to La Quinta after for their dance, and I mean it was packed. Like the campus life at both of these schools has always been really lively.
Yeah, we appreciate our viewers on the live stream, but we'd also appreciate if you come here and then watch the stream afterwards too.
You can watch the stream while you're here. It might be a little. Yeah. You can tell the person next to you, hey, just tune in. Here we go as Bolsa marches out runs out onto the field. We're getting ready for action here. David Mora calling action alongside with District Athletic Director Dave Mamali. This is Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. Back after a week off and glad to be here. Love spending this time with our viewers. Glad to have Bolsa on the stream here for the first time this season. And it looks like they will be, I can't even tell if they're going to be kicking or returning.
Returning, yeah.
Okay, so they'll be returning the ball. There we go. Okay, Ocean View is kicking off. Back deep to return for Bolsa. Looks like we've got number 21, and I'm going to switch to my Bolsa roster.
Anthony Bell.
Anthony Bell, there we go. And it looks like number 4, Thor Oliver. Actually, no, number 11, Mikey Haley, who actually had himself a big game last week. I have to say, I saw Thor Oliver's name earlier, and I have to say that is probably the best name that we've had on this broadcast this season.
Well, between Thor and Tank, yeah, they got
You know what Thor and Tank, they do. Yeah, I forgot about Tank. We'll call his name in just a little bit, without a doubt. His kick, a little short pooch to the right side. Looks like it's going to go out of bounds.
Yeah, Ocean View caught him sleeping a little bit, but the ball did go out of bounds, so Bolsa Grande will retain possession.
They're not going to want the kick done over. They're just going to take the... Anyway, here we go. First down and 10 from the Bolsa 28-yard line. Let's see what Bolsa can do here on their first drive of the game.
Yeah, I was at their game last week, and they had an offensive explosion. They played really good on offense. Tank Britton, again, had a lot of good positive plays. Like you said, Mikey Haley as well.
And, two guys
really big games.
Two guys who are replacing some really good players in David Nguyen and in Ethan Nguyen.
Yes. Yeah, Ethan Nguyen was here last week at the game.
There we go. Showing some support. His handoff to Haley. He gets swarmed in the backfield, tackled by number 50 of Ocean View, Pedro Maldonado.
And as we'll mention a couple times tonight, again, these teams met in the playoffs last year. Ocean View was able to get the victory and end Bolsa Grande's season. So we'll see if that is extra motivation here for the Matadors tonight.
And Ocean View with their non-league schedule helping them out, as they did finish 1-2 in league in third place. 2 automatic, well, we don't do automatic qualifiers anymore, but to sneak in and actually get a game one is pretty good for them. Britton drops back to pass, rolls out to his left, lets that one go. And that's going to be incomplete. This brings up third down here for the Matadors. So Matadors mixing it up early here.
Always love when we get some updates from some of us here, but we've got an update that the Grove Gar score is in Cal Preps now. So
there we go.
Thank one of our coaches for listening in and giving us that.
That's where I just jumped to Max Preps. I didn't just assume they canceled it.
Got a white hat here tonight is Martin Coravivas. I've known Martin for a number of years. Basketball referee and obviously a football referee as well.
Looks like we had a flag on the play, and that's going to actually give Bolsa some great yardage and a first down. Not sure what happened there. Nevertheless, first down here for the Matadors from the 47-yard line.
An empty set here.
Another flag on the play.
Going to have a false start.
And then it'll march them right back. You know, we've had 4 games here on the stream, and not one of them has actually really been that close. I think tonight might be the most competitive game so far, as Britton lets that one go to the left side. Nice pass break up there by number 3, Ivan Ortiz, as he gets a hand on that one and bats that ball away.
Yeah, we'll have to see how this evolves throughout the night, but Ocean View's defensive line has certainly gotten the better of Bolsa Grande's offensive line at this point. We'll see if there's some adjustments made here, but certainly able to get pressure and get some negative plays so far.
That pass intended for Mark Navarro, who we've seen on this stream a number of times. Haley in the backfield there with Britton. Pass to the left side. It's going to be complete, but immediately brought down by number 6, Gregory Gates. That was number 3, Rudy Carrillo, on the reception.
I wouldn't be surprised if at this part of the field, if this isn't 2-down territory for Bolsa.
Unless you have a fantastic punter, I don't see why you wouldn't take a shot at it. Coach Acosta certainly not afraid of mixing it up down there.
No,
as we've seen over the years.
Yeah, they are certainly aggressive on offense.
Haley again, shotgun formation with Britton. Britton rolls out to his right, lets that one go. That's going to be complete.
Just short.
Just short of the first down, but hey, that makes your decision to go for it, if you're going to go for it, a lot easier. He's going to bring down 4th down and 2 for the Matadors.
Yeah, that was Jacob Ortiz, another one who had a great game last week. Jacob Ortiz, couple touchdown catches. And as we talked about, yeah, they are going to go for it here. Looks about 4th and 2. Let's see if they dial up a zone run here.
It's all about the offensive line here. Let's see if they can get a push.
Looks like going to be a pass.
Let's see if they get this off. I don't know. Yep, Britton drops back to pass. Quick pass to the left side. Ooh, almost intercepted.
Yeah.
That one broken up by number 0, Gage Pritchard. Very lucky. He was going to have daylight in front of him. And it brings up first down here for Ocean View. At their own 45-yard line, so not bad if you're Bolsa.
It'll be interesting to see how Ocean View comes out. I know last year they had kind of a power running game that was owed to much of their success. So our first time seeing Ocean View, obviously. We'll see what they come out with on offense. And it looks like they are in a power running formation, so we'll see if that continues.
I'd love to see this, I'll tell you.
Again, this is what we're looking for. We'll see if this continues throughout the night. But yeah, I formation, guard pulling out, lead block coming through.
That handoff to Gage Pritchard, who's listed as a fullback. You don't see that too often anymore. A fullback is almost a
forgotten position.
Forgotten position in high school football. But Ocean View mixing it up. Not an offense we've seen them run. It looks like they're, again, lining up under center. Almost an offset.
Looks like we have a timeout here. Timeout by Ocean View.
Of course, names from Ocean View that we've called. William Pardue is a name that we've called quite a few times over the years as we've had them on the stream.
Yeah, we'll see if they, again, if they're going to be lining up in these power run formations. Again, you're going to see a lot of the old school football where it is run, play action. You know, and they want to get you sucked up on the defense where you're getting everyone at the line of scrimmage and they do a fake run and try to pass over the top of you. Yeah, we'll see how that develops here. Certainly a good first play for the Matadors, holding into no gain.
And, we talk about the line of scrimmage play, and when you run power football, it's a lot of wear and tear on the line, and it's going to be up to which line is going to hold up over the course of the game. Isaac Young under center one more time. Drop back to pass play action. He gets hit. That's a fumble. That's going to be Bolsa football.
Yeah, they got on it. Great job there. Let's see, we got a replay going.
Let's get the replay. Here we go. Hit the replay, Vincent. Did we hit that replay? Here we go.
Look at this production value.
There we go. Take a look at that. He just, fakes a handoff, drops back to pass, and just immediately gets hit. Can't see that number. Number 8 or 9. Here we go. We'll say probably Damian Sanchez, I want to say.
Sanchez, yeah. Great blindside hit there. That probably would have been a roughing the passer in the NFL or college football, but not here in high school. That was a great hit.
Yeah, we'll take it. That brings up first down and 10 for Bolsa from the Ocean View 34-yard line. Trips left here for Britton. He's got Haley in the backfield with him. Handoff to Haley to the right side. Gets maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play. That brings up second down. So Bolsa defense coming up big there.
Yeah.
Let's see if the offense can get on the board first here. Again, I'm thinking this is going to be a close game. It just might it might come down to who's going to keep that ball.
Well, one thing about Bolsa is, again, they are going to be very balanced on offense. They're going to be able to run and pass. They're going to hit you with different formations. The key is if Ocean View can be one-dimensional, that's certainly going to play in Bolsa's favor.
Haley just had really no chance to get going there. Gets a gain of 1 on the play. Number 0 was in the backfield quickly as Gage Pritchard came in to make that initial stop. Brings up third down here for the Matadors. Britton with 4 wide receivers. Haley to his right. Fakes a handoff. Gets that one off. That's going to be open. First down inside the 5-yard line, depending on the spot. Yep.
Yeah, Jacob Ortiz, again, like I mentioned, he had a big game last week. He's got a good connection with Tate Britton. They are certainly comfortable with each other.
Let's see a replay of that if we can. Let's see if it'll play quick enough. And here we go. It got the tail end of it. But beautiful, beautiful catch there. So first and goal here for the Matadors.
Two backs in the backfield here.
Haley takes that one to the right side. That's going to be a touchdown.
I think he's just short.
Oh, just short. He had a nice push there. Brings up second down and goal from the 1-yard line.
Again, mentioned Bolsa is going to be a little bit more multiple on offense. You can see, again, having 2 backs in the backfield there, do some power football of their own here.
Love to see it. I think every team should have a good goal line under center formation when you're this close.
Yeah, 2 backs is enough for them, but not under center, still from the shotgun.
Still from the shotgun.
I mentioned on a stream before, I love the pistol, though. I think pistol is a great compromise here. Ooh, good penetration.
Fumble, and Ocean View's got that football. Wow, this could be huge. He's still on his feet at the 45, the 50. Gets pushed out of bounds. A touchdown saving tackle.
Yeah, Romeo Lozano for Ocean View with the pickup and recovery. Certainly flipped the field there, but huge momentum shift for Ocean View there.
And their offense wiping the sweat off their brow as their own fumble almost led to a touchdown, but the Ocean View defense coming up huge and then getting themselves out of the shadow of their own end zone as they have this ball at the Bolsa 44-yard line.
Again, we're expecting a close game. Those are the plays that are really, really big, is when you can flip momentum to your direction. that might be the difference in the ball game here. So we'll see if we can do this. I think this is going to be a game of field position.
Oh, yeah.
At least based on the first couple possessions.
Field position and turnovers. Who's going to win that turnover battle? Who's going to win that battle of the line of scrimmage? It's almost like an offset I formation. Handoff to Pritchard.
Again, Ocean View using that momentum. I think they are probably in the mindset that they will take 3 or 4 yards every run, and they'll be happy with it. That old Tustin mantra, right, of 3 yards and a cloud of dust.
And if it works, you just keep going until until they can stop it. And like I said, if you can wear down that defensive line, it's going to be really hard for them to stop. Handoff again to Pritchard around the right side. He's breaking free. He's at the 25, the 20, the 15, the 10, the 5. He's going to score. Touchdown, Ocean View.
Yeah, and certainly, again, momentum. We talked about that. Momentum is going to be very big in this game, it appears, and there is no better momentum than what we just saw there. Coming off a turnover, big return, and 2 or 3 plays later, they're off on a 40-yard run for a touchdown.
And now, if you're Bolsa, your offense has to regroup and figure out how you can, sustain a nice little drive. You were doing good. You got to clear that mistake out. Kick is up. And it's good as Ocean View is going to take a 7-0 lead early. Actually, we're over halfway through this first quarter. 5 minutes and 30 seconds left to go here.
Yeah, you can't panic if you're Bolsa. Again, things going to go your way in that last possession, but we got a lot of ball game left. Can't panic. Come out, run your game plan.
And I think they do have a solid game plan. They moved the ball effectively on that last drive, that big pass play to Ortiz, and I think you just go back to that again. Of course, back deep to return for the Matadors. You've got Anthony Bell and Mikey Haley. Ocean View wanting nothing to do with those 2 returners on their first kickoff to open this game. So let's see what they elect to do here.
Another pooch.
Yep, and it's going to go out of bounds again. This time doesn't even land in bounds. That's a game plan, right? You might as well, you're consenting to just letting them have the ball at the 45-yard line or so each time.
Yeah, I think if this is going to be a battle of field position, that's a lot of field position to give up each time you have a kickoff. But I suppose if you're having a lot of kickoffs, it doesn't matter because they're scoring.
Exactly. You just have to limit your own kickoff returns, right? It's 1st and 10 for the Matadors. Ball on the 35-yard line.
Let's see how they respond. Response is always big in football.
If I'm playing Madden, I'm going deep right now, right? If we're playing college football, we're just going to go at them. Trips left, trips left here from the Matadors. Handoff to Haley to the right side. He's going to try and bounce it out. Trying to get outside, gets maybe 3 yards on the play.
Good pursuit and fill there from Ocean View.
Ocean View defenders doing a really good job of keeping that outside and contained.
Yeah, even still, again, I think Bolsa's happy with that. They'll take 4
That was a good yard,
yards.
though. Yeah, see, I thought it was 3 yards. That was a good 4 yards on the play.
Look for Ortiz down here on the bottom of the screen. Looks like he's one-on-one.
Handoff to Haley. Gets maybe a gain of 2 yards on the play.
And bringing up a 3rd and about 3. Coming out Devils, 2 wide receivers each side.
Tank takes the snap, drops back to pass, looks to his left, rolls out to his left. Ooh, dangerous throw. It's going to be incomplete. That pass intended for, it looks like, number 4, Thor Oliver.
Yeah, Bolsa had Mikey Haley open on the right side of the field, but Britton was forced to roll to his left. Looks like we are going to have a punt here. Again, a call I think is probably smart. I do think this is going to be a field position battle, and so
especially when Ocean View had started that last drive from this very spot and scored in 2 plays. So
flip the field here, see if you can get them down about their 30, somewhere around there.
We're a lot deeper into the season than 2 weeks ago, where we saw some. Actually, no, La Quinta had some clean snaps, but those first few weeks, those long snappers were just.
High school football, the long snap exchanges. There you go.
Oh, man, I shouldn't have spoke. That one over his head. Can he get it off? He gets it. Runs around the right side. He's not going to get it off. They're going to get beautiful field position. Ocean View going to take over at the Bolsa 21-yard line.
Yeah, this might be something that if I'm Coach Acosta, I take a timeout at this point. And I kind of rally the troops, get them under control, calm down a little bit here, because again, you don't want to let this game get out of hand with momentum plays coming out.
Because it can, we've seen how it can get out of hand relatively quickly. So you go first down and 10 for the Seahawks.
And another double tight formation here.
Run to the right side.
Yeah.
Again, Pritchard takes that ball, and he's a downhill runner. As he gets the first down for the Seahawks, they're now inside the 15-yard line. Again, battle of the line of scrimmage.
And they're just.
Bolsa wasn't even set at that point.
Well, this is going to come back because neither was Ocean View unless they get a neutral zone, which looks like that might be what it is. Oh, illegal shift. Oh, sorry, illegal substitution. Sorry.
Yeah, you had a.
So they were running them on late, so they might have had 12 on the field at that point. But yeah, Ocean View, again, they are just overloading that right side. And Bolsa is a little bit too balanced at this point. They've got to hit that point of attack on the right side a little bit better. And they're left.
Again,
that's
Pritchard to the right side.
Yeah, it looks like Ocean View got away with a hold there.
Got to be careful on those hits when you're so close to that sideline. Refs are going to protect players, so you don't want to get hit with a late hit, unsportsmanlike conduct. Brings up second down here for the Seahawks. Again, you are tuned in to Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. Tell a friend, we've got high school football live right now on YouTube.
There we go.
Handoff again.
Good fight, though.
Drives a pile a few yards. Now, Ocean View does not need to score. They can get a first down. That's going to bring up third down and 2 yards here. And they have the ball on.
Yeah, Pritchard,
actually, it's a first down.
Pritchard on that run, again, got stuffed in the backfield, but kept his legs churning.
Second effort.
Yep, second effort, able to get a surge to get a couple extra yards, and now we're looking at a first and goal.
Clock running, 3 minutes left to go here in the first quarter. Young ball game. Ocean View up 7-0 on the Matadors. See, I think you've got everyone up there. Who's going to get the ball?
Oh, they're going to go right. They're going to go to the left here. Let's see. Cut back,
that's
touchdown.
Close.
He's in.
There we go. Touchdown, Ocean View. As they're going to extend their lead here, 13-0. Just a tough one, really, for Bolsa coming off that punt. You're already kind of in a tough predicament.
Yeah, and this is what you don't want. You don't want to fall behind early for obvious reasons. But, like I had mentioned, Bolsa is pretty balanced on offense. If you get behind early, you kind of become one-dimensional where you got to pass because you just don't have time to let the clock chew. Bolsa for the second time there gets close to that PAT. I would imagine in a close game these extra points could mean something. So
I was about to say. And that looks like a really good field goal kicker that Ocean View has.
Yeah.
He's got power, so it might even be one of those where they don't need to score a touchdown at the end of the game. Maybe they can get to the 20 or the 15 and kick a field goal. Again, a lot of ball game left to be played. You've got over 3 quarters to go. Your offense can settle in, get something going here, and your defense can settle in and get a stop. And
yeah, again, Bolsa does have quick strike capabilities. Again, they can hit you with a one-play score on any point. And they have multiple weapons that can do that. So certainly game is not over. We got a lot of ball game left.
It's all about keeping your head. You know, where's your head going to be in these tough times when you've got this adversity? And 2 touchdowns, it's adversity. So it's all about keeping that focus and bouncing back.
Pooch kick. There it is.
Oh, yeah. Hey, he kept that one down the middle, though. And Bolsa will have their first return of the day. As Jacob Ortiz gets maybe 5 yards on the return, if that. Bolsa going to have the ball at their own 27-yard line or 28-yard line. One of my favorite band songs right here. Trips left for Bolsa. Britton just hands it off or pitches it to Haley. Goes around the right side. Gets maybe a gain of about 3 yards on the play. They give him 4 yards on the play. They don't look like long runs, but they actually end up being really effective. Brings up second down here for the Matadors. And we're finally at that time of year, Dave, where that sun's getting down a lot quicker. First few weeks, we probably have still a little bit of sunlight around this time.
Yeah.
Now we're in, complete darkness here.
Yeah, like you said, first couple of weeks, so we can get it almost through halftime.
Yeah.
The sun's still up.
Of course, 2 weeks ago, the sun was in the booth here with us.
Yeah.
It was an uninvited guest. We can't get used to this calm weather, though. We know it's going to heat up next week. Haley run around the right side again.
Yeah, I'm impressed with Ocean View's fill. Again, second-level defenders, the linebackers, the defensive backs coming up. They've tackled well so far. This looks like a good Ocean View team, man. I know they're 0-4 now, and again, coming off a good year last year. But they certainly don't look like an 0-4 team here against Bolsa Grande. Certainly a beef up in their non-league schedule, I'm sure.
They played, Fountain Valley, Anaheim,
right.
Gar, and Cerritos. Gar and Artesia. So, yeah, that 0-4 is very misleading as Bolsa gets the first down here. That's a nice little drive they're putting together. They're getting enough yards, and it doesn't always have to be about the big play. Ball at the 39-yard line. I've noticed that Bolsa's been on this side of the bottom side of the screen quite a bit here. Right hash mark.
On the right side, yeah.
Britton drops back to pass, looks to his left.
Uh-oh.
Oh, that's going to be caught there by Haley. He's on his feet, the 50, the 35, 40, 30, 25, 20, 15, 10. Will he make it? Oh!
It's coming back. Flag.
Well, we don't have to go to the replay.
No, that was, unfortunately, that was a screen where he caught the ball in front of the line of scrimmage,
Ooh.
so they're going to have linemen downfield. And he was. I watched that live. He was about 2 yards in front of the line of scrimmage there.
Hey, you know what, though? You know it works. Run some run plays and let's, take another whack at it. We've been talking about that too, right, over the last few games, is that lineman downfield. When is it a penalty and when is it okay, right, if they're engaged, if they're not engaged?
Yeah, and like everything, it depends also on the referees that you have. Some people interpret things differently or know the rules differently. But that, in my mind, was pretty cut and dry. But again, that proves the point that we were talking about. This Bolsa team does have quick strike capabilities. They can make big chunks of play in one play there. And so certainly momentum is in favor of Ocean View now. But let's see how Bolsa responds here. It looks like we're going to have a 1st and 15.
11 seconds left to go, so let's see if they get a playoff before the quarter ends, if they are just okay with letting it run to double or all zeros. And yes, that's the end of the first quarter here at Bolsa Grande Stadium. The Ocean View Seahawks with a 14-0 lead over the Bolsa Grande Matadors. Bolsa just getting a very nice screen pass called back. They would have had that ball inside the 5-yard line.
Give some recognition here to one of the Register's reporters. David Delgado is here. He covers a lot of our GGUSD games. Certainly a fan and a friend of the broadcast. But David Delgado will be giving live updates from the game as well on X or Twitter. So go check him out. Again, David Delgado from the Orange County Register.
And if David ever wants to do a feature on our broadcast and tell people about the great things that are going on here in GGUSD, the only district-led broadcast in Orange County, I'm all for it. I'll do photo shoots.
I think David, he was at a Grove game that I was at. He's at this game here tonight. I think he's done 3 or 4 of our games so far.
He's been to a few. Might have even been, I don't know if he was at the Santiago Los Amigos game.
He was at that game.
There you go.
Yeah.
See? Here we go, 1st down and 15 for the Matadors from their own 39-yard line. Trips right for the Matadors. Britton drops back to pass, lets that one go. There you go, big play. Let's see if he can get it. Oh, slightly overthrown. That pass intended for number 2.
Jacob Ortiz, yeah. Yeah, they connected on a couple of those last week. And again, it's there. They just got to get the timing down with it. They had another one where Ortiz had a deep pass in the first quarter. So that is a matchup to see if we can exploit that maybe.
Here we go, 2nd down and 15 now here for the Matadors. Here we go, trips right one more time. Hand off to Haley to the right, to the left side. Gets maybe a gain of 3 on the play.
Speaking of reporters, we got Fred Robledo.
Is he at Nogales, Los Amigos?
He is at Nogales, Los Amigos, so you can check in with him. We will be able to get some live updates there. Los Amigos is off to a good start. Looks like they are up 17-0.
Wow.
Over Nogales.
I'll tell you this, that Nogales football coach, he's a coach who does a lot of great things when it comes to helping players around San Gabriel Valley get college looks. So Nogales is one of those teams that's going to be going up. I believe last year at Nogales it might have been Gus Martinez.
Yeah.
Who took the Anaheim job, of course, longtime Fullerton coach.
Got him
that
deep.
pass, incomplete, broken up. Broken up there by number 6, Gregory Gates. But yeah, Gus worked at Fullerton while my dad was working there. He's night lead there, and Gus was there in the daytime. But Los Amigos, I'm telling you, that Los Amigos team, they have me really excited with just what I think that they'll be able to do. And we'll let the cat out of the bag next week. We'll be at Garden Grove for both games. We'll have Los Amigos on Thursday, Santiago on Friday to make up for the
round 2, right?
Round 2 for mix up for the streams. But I'm looking forward to getting back out there and seeing them. Hey, this snap was good.
Snap was there. Hit the mark.
The punt is nice. It's going to take a nice little Bolsa bounce.
They will get field position here. That's good for them.
Little fake out by Pritchard.
Give some recognition here to the Los Amigos Lobos in this game. So Ruby Bermudez actually hit a field goal for Los to get the score scoring started. And then looks like we have Isaac Alindo.
Of course.
Again, we've talked about a lot with a touchdown run, 4-yard touchdown run. And then Chris Flores, another one we've mentioned quite a few times, got an interception return for touchdown, 43 yards.
All phases of the football game, they're getting a score. Coach Guess has to be happy with that start to the game.
He gets to see some good football between his team and
his son. His handoff to Pritchard. He breaks one. He's on his feet still. Nice little run.
Yeah, this is give credit to Ocean View right now. Ocean View's offensive line is absolutely dominating the line of scrimmage. If this continues, this might get out of hand. Bolsa's got to be able to have an answer for that. But certainly, again, credit to Ocean View's line, doing a great job with their push.
And, a lot of times when you see these offenses, especially at the college level, they're rotating linemen in.
Yeah.
The defense is able to rotate linemen in. High school level, you can't do that.
No.
So you really need to hope that your conditioning is up because, in that Ocean View line, they've got some size. And it looks like they've got some size on the Matadors. And it's really paying off as they're getting a 5-yard push right off the bat as Pritchard takes this one to the left side. Another first down. He just might end up with over 200 yards here tonight.
Yeah, to your point on that with the college and the substitutions, it's a little bit easier asked to say, I need 100% of your effort, 100% of your effort, and then I'll sub you out, and then give me 100% of your effort.
Yeah.
And we know, especially, the level that we play here, where a lot of times, you're not platooning. You're having guys that go both ways.
Yeah.
And, guys giving 100% of their effort, they're still tired. They do need breaks from here on out.
That one getting called back, though.
Looks like we got a hold. I had mentioned in the first quarter, I thought Ocean View got away with a hold or two there. But not to take away from them, but it looks like we did get one called.
Only a 5-yard penalty in the end, 5 yards behind the original line of scrimmage, but they had a first down. Which,
to your point, means their line was pushing way downfield.
Oh, yeah.
It's only ended up being a 5-yard penalty.
Handoff one more time, this time up the middle. And just look at the push that they're getting, Dave. That was 5 yards in traffic. Actually 6 or 7 yards in traffic. It brings up second down and about 7 here for the Seahawks.
I remember when I was coaching, I coached in a number of places, but when I was going against Tustin or other double wing teams, and to be honest, we could not stop them from a run, sometimes you got to cut. You got to have your defensive linemen say, hey, we can't have you being pushed back. You just cut them, create a pile, see what you can do.
Handoff again, why not? First down.
Yeah, and as we mentioned at the start of the broadcast too, this is exactly what we saw from Ocean View. Forgive me for not remembering the name, but they had their running back last year. I think he might have gone to Golden West, but this is what we saw from Ocean View all last year too, just grinding you down with that power running game, and we're certainly seeing more of the same here tonight.
Now, fortunately, Rancho was able to withstand that and win that game. Right, that was last year, right? The years are starting to just melt together now.
They do melt together, yeah. If Coach Enright is still listening, I might get an update from him on that.
There we go.
It's like we had a little early start.
Swing pass out to number 18, Romeo Lozano. Brings up second down and 10. That one going for not much. Good energy here tonight. Probably mentioned it a few times.
Yeah, we got the student section looking to get their publicity on the OC student section.
Another Seahawk run. Gain of 4 yards. Yeah, if they're going to be doing this, it's it's just going to grind down that defensive line and wear them out a lot quicker, as they are trying to get fresh bodies onto the field. But
yeah, big third down here. Again, I imagine this is still 2 down territory for Ocean View, but Bolsa's got a chance here. Again, third and long.
We got a timeout. Looks like Ocean View. I want to talk things over. 7 minutes and 33 seconds left to go here in the first half. While we have a little break, let me tell you about something exciting coming up next week. Garden Grove Unified School District invites juniors and seniors and their parents and guardians to the College Fair on Thursday, September 26th from 6:30 to 8 p.m. The College Fair will be held at a new location this year. It was at the Great Wolf Lodge. It's now at the Hyatt Regency Orange County in the Royal Ballroom South Tower on the first floor. The address is 11999 Harbor Boulevard in Garden Grove. Now, there will be free gated self-parking, which is located behind the hotel off of Chapman Avenue. And attendees will have the opportunity to ask questions and gather brochures and materials from college and university information booths. And there will be representatives from in and out-of-state schools who will provide information about entrance requirements, programs, and course of study, student housing, and financial assistance. And district guidance counselors will also be available to answer questions. And interpretation will be available in Spanish, Vietnamese, Korean, and Arabic. Feel free to visit our website for more information or call 663-6084. That's 663-6084. And if you're going to go to the College Fair and you're like, wait, we're going to miss the football game, guess what? You can stream it.
You can stream from there, yeah. They won't
mind.
There you
go. No, they won't mind at all. We won't either.
Quick update from the Los Amigos game. Nogales is fighting back. It's now 17-8, so they scored and got a 2-point conversion. So we'll keep you apprised of that throughout the game as this one goes on.
That lets me know Nogales might not have a field goal kicker.
Yeah.
So, again, that might be something big for Los Amigos if that game, gets competitive.
It's like Coach Hernandez is having a discussion with the official there.
And that's one thing. 17-0 sounds fantastic. But then when you go 17-8, it sounds way closer.
Yeah. 17-8 sounds a lot closer than 17-6
Yeah, it does. It gives you a different feeling. We've got referees talking to both coaches here.
Yeah, Coach Acosta's turn now to talk. So we don't know what's the dispute or what's going on here, but they're getting both coaches on the same page, hopefully.
I don't think they're talking about what they can get from the snack bar.
No.
Vince Scully would be able to tell us exactly what they're saying. That man could read lips like no other.
It could be something we could do. Maybe if our budget increases, we can get a lip reader in here.
They're looking at something, or maybe the flag bearers practicing in the end zone, or I don't know. They're looking towards that north end zone there.
I think you might be right.
Yeah.
We're seeing Coach Acosta going out and over there.
I mean, it's not unless the band. You know what? The band is practicing for the halftime show.
Yeah, and you can't be playing while the opposing team has the ball on offense. So you can play in between plays. You can play while they're huddled up. But once they line up, you can no longer be playing at this point. So I'm sure that's exactly what's happening is they are warming up for the halftime show.
Beautiful camera work by Kaylin to capture all of the action here. This is a first musically related delay of game here.
I don't believe Mr. Snyder is here either. I think he's actually out of town. Their athletic director, but that would normally be something that we would see him do and not Coach Acosta.
Shout out to Hart and Nelly, the GGPD resource canines on the sideline there joining us.
They are always the most popular people, quote unquote, at anywhere they go, really.
Got to see all three yesterday. All three of them popped through the first floor and visited us there in the print shop. Of course, Misha, the third one, belongs to Officer Julian. Or actually, Officer Julian belongs to Misha. I think the dogs are really the ones in charge.
They run the show, yeah.
They definitely do. And maybe we're going to have some action here.
You would hope. Still discussing, though. Here we go.
This is one way to stop Ocean View.
Yeah.
Here we go, 3rd down and about 7 or 6 yards here for Ocean View. Ball at the Bolsa 41-yard line, no, 36-yard line.
Got a twins up top. And
shotgun formation.
Yeah.
Fake the handoff, looks to the left, pass. Oh, that's going to be incomplete.
Yeah, this is going to be certainly something that Bolsa wants to do going forward is get them in passing formations and passing downs. And it certainly seems Bolsa has the advantage at that point. When it is just running formations and running downs, it certainly seems Ocean View has that. So that's going to be the battle here is, can you get them in 3rd and long? Can you get them in 4th and long if you're Bolsa Grande? And again, if you're Ocean View, can you just keep getting 3, 4, 5, 6 yards chunk on
here
your
we
runs?
go. This is a 4th and 6 here. 7 minutes and 28 seconds left to go. Ocean View again in shotgun formation. Pritchard to the left side of their quarterback, who I'm not going to get his name because he hasn't been really throwing the ball, but he let that one go. It's going to be incomplete. Bolsa football.
Yeah, great job by Bolsa's defense, able to get a stop there. Turnover on downs, give their offense another chance, keep this game close. 14-0, 2 score.
Again, 14-7 sounds a lot better. 14-0 does sound scary, but 14-7 will make you feel a lot more comfortable. So let's see if this offense can come out and get things going.
Wow. I'm just going to read you straight from this Twitter thread after this play here. There you go.
Britton drops back to pass. Rolls out. Lets that one go. He's got a man deep. Oh! Almost.
Yeah, I watched that play develop that whole time he was open. This is something we've seen. Bolsa has had some openings deep. If they can connect on those, it's going to be big plays for them. But
that one intended for Thor Oliver.
We got another score here. We got Los Amigos quarterback Javen Lee threw a wobbly ball to Amari Maddox, who came down with it, spun away from a defender, and went 82 yards for a score.
Wow.
And a 24-8 lead with 10:16 left until half.
Wow.
So again, that is Fred Robledo.
I want to know what his prediction was.
And then Empire. Let's see if he booked it for
I think
Los Amigos.
he I don't know. He seems like he would book it for Nogales. Little shovel pass around the right side. That's going to go for some nice yardage.
Yeah, good play there.
Rudy Carrillo on that one.
All right, coming up here, we got a 3rd and short.
That's it. All they need is about 3 yards on this play to keep this drive going. Ball at their own 43-yard line.
It's like a passing formation here. Let's see. And they run it.
Oh, beautiful. Oh! Looks like he was probably going to escape that, but no, it's going to bring a 4th down here for the Matadors.
That was 4 or 5 Ocean View defenders in the backfield almost immediately. Little confusion here again with the officials.
I'm almost tempted to, hit that blue button right there, which is the Jeopardy music. So update, Fred did not book it for Nogales, but he did say they came out looking sharp.
Oh. Looks like we had a penalty there. Personal foul against Bolsa Grande.
Not the way you want to be going.
No, and again here we'll have to see how the snap is with this, but certainly don't want to have a miscue on the snap this deep into your own end.
Yeah, I'm sure the long snapper, if he wasn't nervous to snap before, he is now.
Yeah, I've become a fan of the shorter distance now between the punter and the center, especially if you don't have a punter with a lot of hang time and you're just aiming for that roll anyways.
Yep.
Make that distance a little shorter, take a couple steps out like the rugby style, and just kick it and let it roll.
So update, I was looking at Fred's post. So Nogales went 3 and out on one of their possessions. Their punt netted 1 yard, and Los Amigos got the ball at the 12-yard line. So it kind of lets you know how that's been going. That punt is blocked. That's going to be a touchdown.
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah, we're seeing special teams. 2 big plays there for Ocean View. Looks like that is Devin Jenkins able to get that recovery. Didn't see who had the block there, but Devin Jenkins is able to make that recovery, get a score and a touchdown, and we're looking at a 3-score deficit here for Bolsa Grande.
Again, Dave, it's that line of scrimmage. The line is there, probably tired. They're beaten and battered right now, and like you said, a lot of those guys probably do play both sides of the football, and 21-0. Try to jinx them. It didn't work. And actually, Los Amigos got the ball back after one play. Galindo goes on a 48-yard romp. Los Amigos up 31-8.
Wow. And we still a lot of time left in that first half still.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, you're talking about this team's on track to score 80 points almost easily. Not as bad here, but not looking that much prettier. It's actually pretty cool. I guess that's what happens on those Thursday night games, right? Most schools now do have football fields, so more of the quote-unquote higher profile programs are playing on Friday. So that gives, teams like Los Amigos who are playing on Thursday nights, or Bolsa and Ocean View, who, the reporters are able to get out there and see some good football.
Yeah, I know that's something. That's not the reason why, but I know even Coach Enright at Rancho, he prefers playing on Thursday nights. Because of some benefits. It just kind of gives you the extra day in the week to prepare for the next opponent. But yeah, what you're saying is 100% true, that you do get a little bit more publicity because sharing stadiums is slowly becoming extinct.
Yeah. Of course, La Habra playing tonight against La Mirada, so, they share their stadium with Sonora. Probably, you've got those Freeway League teams, or the Fullerton Union High School District teams that got to share stadiums. But for the most part, a lot of schools are getting their own. Britton drops back to pass. This one.
Picked off.
Oh, man, beautifully read.
Yeah, just a tiny bit underthrown. And again, that was to Jacob Ortiz there. They had that matchup a couple times earlier, but Ocean View able to sniff that out there. Now their momentum shift for Ocean View. Yeah, talking the Freeway League schools, the Fullerton Joint Union High School schools that are there. Pacifica is going to be a freeway school in a couple sports this year because the Freeway League is living on in the Century Conference.
Okay.
And so Pacifica will have some sports that they are in the Freeway League for. They will also have some sports that they are in the Crestview and the North Hills. So those are the 3 leagues in the Century Conference.
Tough programs in those sports, I'm sure.
Yeah, I like the format of the conferences that we have, and the Century in particular. The Century, their top league, which is the Crestview in their sports, it's going to be one of the best public high school leagues in America, no matter what sport you're talking about. And the bottom league is going to be a good average league. Gives you that opportunity there. Again, we're talking Bolsa Grande is in the Orange Grove Conference. Their 3 league names that they have are the Coast League, which again, I was just at a La Quinta water polo game today. That was the opening game of that Coast League. And then you have the Garden Grove League still and the Orange League. Those get to live on.
Garden Grove League still, huh?
Yeah, so you still have Garden Grove League, you still have the Orange League. Thought that was a good compromise. You come with these conferences, but the leagues still get to exist in name. because obviously there's a lot of history with the Garden Grove League. There's a lot of history with the Orange League.
Orange League, Orange League for sure.
Yeah, Empire League. Empire League is living on in the
now is the Sunset
in the Golden Empire. Huh?
Is the Sunset League living on?
Yeah. The Sunset League is not in a conference, so they are still the Sunset League. Yeah.
Okay. So they're the Trinity League of the non-football sports. Then is that what you're saying? Got another running back now getting yards, number 22, Isaac Nagel on that carry.
You said you have the max preps numbers out?
I don't have them.
Let's see where Bolsa Grande stacks up as of now. We'll get that going here in their league.
I think especially once league starts, and maybe even next week, we're going to start getting the Cal Prep strength. That's a beautiful play.
Job.
That was number 77, Jesse Hernandez, just swallowing up that runner.
Good penetration back there. Great tackle. Fourth down here. Ocean View looking like they're in a running formation. See if they run a play action here or just try to pound it down. Play action.
Now they're going to throw it. Throw to the left side. Has some contact. No flags.
A good no call there.
Here we go. It's going to be Bolsa football.
Yeah, so again, looking at Cal Prep's numbers of where they have teams rated right now. And again, these negative numbers, positive numbers, it's all relative to each other. But we have La Quinta at a -39, Costa Mesa at a -43, Bolsa Grande -53, Anaheim -37, Loera -79, and San Diego -51. So again, relatively all bunched together, but they have Cal Preps has Bolsa Grande 4 to 5 right now, and they have La Quinta as the number 1.
Yeah, La Quinta's doing, they do a lot of that based off, right? How much you're scoring in your offense and your defense, and La Quinta doing a really good job. Wow, that was a nice sack there by number 50.
Yeah, so it's based not just on that, but it's really based on how you do versus opponents. The point differential between there. Looks like Tank Brenton is a little shaken up there after that play. Bolsa Grande's trainer and helper is out there. We're getting Ocean View coming out to assist as well.
I like these shout outs that they do, from the announcer. We went to last year we had a week off and we went out to Pomona to watch my goddaughter cheer, and they were embarrassing her with a bunch of shout outs. Her dad made sure that the whole stadium knew that she needed to clean her room. So
and do they have is it depending on the insult, does it cost more money or less money depending on what you say for the shout
right.
out?
I get it. It's like it. Is it gonna if it's going to benefit the parents more, it should cost more, right?
I think so. Last week, I think Bolsa charges $5 a shout out. I think
that's not bad.
No, that's perfectly reasonable for parents to embarrass their kids with, or for kids to embarrass the kids with.
We'll charge $2 if you take PayPal and Bitcoin, Dogecoin.
Yeah, Bitcoin. We will take a 1/1000th of a Bitcoin or whatever that translates to.
0.00000000398576574. Here we go as play resumes. It looks like we're going to have a new quarterback in here for Bolsa. This Tank is now here on the sideline, getting tended to. Now quarterback number 11. No, not number 11. Yeah, Mikey Haley's at quarterback.
Yeah,
Wildcat formation.
Oh, there you go.
There we go. Nice one. At the 45, the 40. Beautiful chunk of yards there. Gets them right back into it. It's going to bring up third down, but a very manageable third down from a second and about 20.
Yeah, Ivan Ortiz for Ocean View there. Again, I talked about this, a good fill, but playing that cornerback. He's able to keep contained there, stop that play from being even bigger than it was.
18 yards on the play about, so 3rd and 3 here for Bolsa. If they can get this first down, you've got 2 minutes. You can go into halftime. You're not getting the ball back, but you can cut this lead down.
2 scores is nothing. They just got to find a rhythm to go.
Haley again, quarterback. Takes it around the right side. That's a beautiful play there by. Actually, we lost camera here. We're going to try and figure out what's going on.
Gage Pritchard doing it on defense as well, too.
So we'll have Dave describe the action while we figure things out. Most likely a battery issue.
Yeah, so we have a 4th and 4 here for Bolsa Grande. It looks like they are going to go for it, although I think we're going to get a timeout here. We've got a minute 15 with the clock running. We might let this clock expire maybe. We'll see. But again, Mikey Haley back in at quarterback. We are at a minute left. Again, clock is running. We got a 4th and 5, and Bolsa is going to go for it at their own 46-yard line. Another Wildcat formation. Mikey Haley is going to end up being short, and that's going to be a turnover on downs. Ocean View will take over with 42 seconds left remaining in the half.
Sorry for the drop in signal there. These cameras chew up a lot of... Oh, I know exactly what happened. So here we go. Hopefully this lasts until halftime, and then we can get it switched over as we had a plug get loose over here. We are good to go now. I was about to say, that should not have died out there. And anyway, like Dave said, first down here for Ocean View, ball at the Bolsa 49-yard line, so they're in really good field position, 42 seconds.
Let's see how aggressive they are here. They could look into it. They're getting the ball second half. They might just be content running the clock out here.
Problem with that is, Dave, they have a very good running back.
So going to be short here, that first down. So clock was going to keep running, but they do take a timeout. So they are going to at least explore the option here, trying to be aggressive.
Not sure how many timeouts each team has. I know Bolsa or Ocean View does not have 4 left.
If only there was a way we could track that on the scoreboard. That would be good, huh?
Hey, you know what? At least the clock and the scores. Actually, we don't even really care about the score, but at least the clock's going good. And the down and distance that's usually what we have trouble with. Bolsa crowd still into it, even though they're on the wrong side of this one right now. We've got some camera work here. You can see Hart there laying down just beyond those fine folks over there. We got some of the Bolsa staff on the sideline there. Counselors and whatnot.
Got our Bolsa cheerleaders. I saw them last night supporting flag football. Had a great game last night between Bolsa Grande and San Diego in girls flag football. Game went into overtime, and Bolsa came out ahead, 26-25, I believe was the final score. But good close ball game. Again, Coach Acosta is coaching the flag football team as well, so he is pulling double duty, or as we joked about last night, it's actually closer to triple or quadruple duty with what he actually does. But good job for Coach Acosta getting the win yesterday.
And, of course, you can see videos and photos by visiting GGUSD Athletics on Instagram or on Facebook. Dave did a great job capturing some of the highlights there. The referees, again, powwowing there.
Yeah, Bolsa's flag football team, again, good close game yesterday, was really good. They had another one with Rancho earlier in the year. Very close game. And Rancho came out ahead on that one, but Rancho is certainly a talented team on the girls flag football front.
Of course, led by Coach Enright.
Led by Coach Enright. But, yeah, Bolsa right there with them. So Bolsa does have a good flag football team on their hands, and we'll see how this shakes out as they finish out their league season and get into playoffs.
Now, how are those leagues set up?
I believe that there are only, well, no, they have 3. There's one team that doesn't have it in the Orange Grove Conference. So I believe they have leagues of 5, 5, and 4. Oh, fumble.
Picks it up, takes it around the right side, gets taken down.
Yeah, this is where you got to be careful if you're Ocean View with this. Is again, you don't want a scoop and score for Ocean View, and you go in 21-7 when you could have gone in 21-0.
And they are being aggressive. They rushed there. Yeah, they do want to try and get something going here.
Yeah, so spiking that. So we're going to have a 3rd down here. 16 seconds left on the clock. They are most likely going to have to attempt to throw the ball deep here. You mentioned their field goal kicker. They might be looking at that too. Just get something over the middle here. Take another timeout if they have it. Again, we're not quite sure what that timeout situation is.
If we had one of those, telecasters, we would, show you exactly where that, line to gain, to get into good field goal position would be. Probably, I would say, around the 20-yard line. Here we go, 3rd down and 8 here for the Seahawks.
Direct snap.
A little wildcat
Pritchard.
offense going in there.
Yeah.
Look at Pritchard. He's just a hard kid to take down. As now I think we'll see Ocean View just kind of rest on it, and we're going to get...
That's the final play of the half.
Yep, get into halftime. Ocean View up 21-0 on the Matadors. Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School Football. David Mora, joined here by District Athletic Director Dave Mameli, and of course Vincent and Kaylin on the production side of things. We'll be back with you shortly. We might have a halftime performance for you from the Bolsa Band, so enjoy that.
Ladies and gentlemen, at this time, we ask that you direct your attention to the center of the football field, where Varsity Matadors will be presenting their halftime show, Beethoven versus Vampires, the rock opera. The first half, Beethoven finds vampires again, which is reminiscent of the drum solo that takes place. In the second half, Beethoven recruits Franz Liszt to help him eradicate the vampire problem, which is shown by a trumpet solo. And in the third act, Franz Liszt and Beethoven dispatch the vampires and make Vienna safe. So we ask that you sit back, relax, and enjoy the sights and sounds of your Bolsa Grande marching Matadors. didn't mention that the marching Matadors are led by many student volunteers and other volunteers, but they're all under the direction of the band guy, Mr. John Miller. We have tonight's official attendance brought to you by the official attendance counters at Bolsa Grande High School. We can count them now. Tonight's official attendance comes in at 8,423 people. The Matadors, thank you for your attendance tonight.
And we are back here at Bolsa Grande Stadium. Halftime. Bolsa down 21-0 against Ocean View. Dave, not what we were expecting at all before this game started.
No, we were expecting a close game. Still hopeful that maybe we can get that.
Yeah.
But yeah, we certainly thought this would be a back and forth close game.
Again, 21-0 sounds bad. 21-7 sounds a lot better. 21-14 sounds like a ball game. And you say, you mentioned it, and we've seen it. Bolsa does have quick strike ability. If they can come out and get a stop here on this first drive.
Well, we talk about here in the booth, it's real easy for us to talk about making adjustments and they got to do this. It's hard to do that down in the field, and that's why halftime is really important still for football at all levels, is that's when you make your adjustments. And you could have a bad first half, and you can go in there and diagnose what the issues are and adjust that and come back out and have a great second half. So we'll see if Coach Acosta, what his plan is with the troops coming in at a halftime, and hopefully they've made some adjustments and can get on the other end of this here.
You know what, Dave? The thing about adjustments is both teams are able to make them, and it's just who's going to make the right ones and who's going to make the better ones. And hopefully Bolsa goes in and they made the right adjustments, and hopefully Ocean View comes out thinking that everything's good and they go status quo, and Bolsa has hopefully figured out how to stop, Gage Pritchard, who's just had a very good night on the ground here for the Seahawks.
Yeah, we were talking about leagues before. Ocean View is in the Sigma League, and again, that is familiar to us in Garden Grove Unified because we have two of our schools that are in that Sigma League, one of which we've talked about a lot tonight, Los Amigos, which they are probably favored at this point to probably win league, as well as Rancho Alamitos. So we might see Ocean View again here in one of our streams and or some of our athletics posts that we do coming up here.
And if you're, Rancho, go ahead and feel free to watch this, dissect what's going on. Just key in on Pritchard and make sure your defensive line is nice and rested, and that might be a recipe to slow them down a little bit.
Yeah, so looking at Cal Prep's numbers again while we have time here with the teams warming up. Like we mentioned, Los Amigos is at a -23. Rancho a -37, Estancia -36, Calvary Chapel a -38, this Ocean View team -47, and Valley -54. So Los Amigos at this point, according to Cal Preps, is the favorite to win that Sigma League. And it looks like Ocean View is right in the mix there. But yeah, they have them as fourth out of 5. So again, these leagues are so close that even if you are favored or if you are predicted to be fourth out of 5, that is a 1 score difference in a game that you can make a change there. So that goes for Bolsa and Ocean View. Both of them predicted to be fourth out of 5 in their leagues now, but they could both make a run and win it. We'll have to see and find out.
You talk about these numbers and you hear a lot of negatives. Just to give you an idea of how these rankings work, Modern Day is a 109.7.
Yeah, exactly.
So...
Well, and that's what you see is, to be honest, most of the teams in Southern California are negative.
Yeah.
The vast majority are. And then you have the elites of the elites, like the Modern Days, where, yeah, they are up at 100. But even the elites of the elites, it drops off real quick. That Modern Day can be at 100, and you might have a school like Mission Viejo that's at 72. And obviously Mission is very, very good. Are they that 30 points different from Modern Day? That's a big drop-off real quick. So, again, when we talk about negative numbers on Cal Preps, that is the vast majority of schools in our sphere of Orange County football and Southern California football. Most are in the negative range.
Just to put it in more perspective, right, you've got the first league is the Alpha League, right? Mm-hmm. There's 5 teams in that league. So the 11th best team, quote-unquote, in the county is a 6.2.
Yeah.
So that just goes to show that the number, it's really, it's all there just for the purposes of making everyone
It's
equal.
Like we had mentioned before, it's just a relative number. You are just looking at what that negative number is relative to another negative number, or in this case, a positive number. Yeah, we'll see. As we mentioned, Bolsa Grande will be kicking off. Ocean View is going to get the ball back again here. Let's see if maybe, knock on wood, any fireworks coming up here with maybe an onside kick or a pooch kick of their own.
Oh, maybe a little turnover there. We get the Ocean View return team for the first time here tonight. That's number 24, Robert Walter, and then we'll get the other number for you in just a bit. We got the binoculars here. We're going to see if I can.
2.
Number 2. Dave's got eyes.
Christopher Vincent.
Christopher Vincent here.
I have built-in binoculars. So,
there we go.
Yeah.
I need the glasses on top of, and then the binoculars. So here we go. Bolsa not out of this game yet. 21-0. Again, sounds daunting, but 21-7 sounds a little bit better. Let's see if their defense can come out and maybe even, like Dave said, get a little something going here on special teams. Maybe a fumble, a pooch kick. Let's see if luck can bounce their way here. Looking down here on the sideline, I don't see Tank Britton warming up.
Yeah, he's right there. He's throwing to Jacob Ortiz, yeah.
Okay, okay.
Yeah, that's it, yeah.
Okay.
Deep kick, deep to the left.
Oh, a nice little return around the left side, still on his feet. 35-40, 45-50, 45 flags on the play.
Yeah, Robert Walter for Ocean View with a big return there. We'll see what this flag is if it pushes them back. Even still, with the flag being at midfield, this is going to be good field position for Ocean View.
And actually, Dave, warming up for quarterback there is number 15, Michael Nguyen, sophomore for Bolsa. Tank's over here on the left side at the trainer's table.
Oh, he is. Oh, yeah. I thought 15 was 12. You're right. He's over at the training table. So his night might be done. Big development for Bolsa Grande.
And, if you're Bolsa, that's fine. You've got league coming up in a few weeks, and that's what you want to play for. And that's a holding on Ocean View, so that's going to be brought back.
Yeah, like we've mentioned already tonight, again, not to say that these games don't mean anything in the preseason, but they are just looking to get better and better each and every week, and they're looking to work on things, and all that really matters is league, those close contests that you have. Everyone's got a chance to win league at this point. You had mentioned before about Ocean View. Well, you got a chance to get in the playoffs if you can get above that 500. I think most people's goals at this point is I want to go into league
healthy,
healthy, and operating the best that I can because I got a chance to win it. Everyone has a chance to win league going into it.
Especially now, right? Especially now. You're not going in there already thinking, oh, we're fighting for the second spot because there's a top team. I think now more than ever, the fifth team and the sixth team are thinking, hey, we can get to that top spot.
Yeah. Good start here for Bolsa Grande. That's a good, again, even though they got a little push there at the end, line play was much better for Bolsa on that last play.
A good 15-minute rest will do that.
Yeah, as you mentioned, though, already, again, I thought that was a good push from Bolsa's line, but we're still looking at 5-yard gain there for Ocean View. Not good at development here. We got number 11, Mikey Haley, coming off for the Matadors, a little shaken up and injured.
Gain of maybe 2 yards on that play.
The run up again, good meat there by the Matadors. We're going to end up with a 3rd and 3.
So unfortunately over in Nogales, they actually started halftime a little bit early due to an injury to a Nogales player. They called halftime with 3:38 left in the second quarter. Los Amigos up 37-8 in that one. Galindo with his 3rd TD, a 79-yard run, 171 yards in the first half. Probably, most likely his night might be over. Beautiful play there.
There we go. Good start for the Matadors.
That was number 55, Nathaniel Fiaputa on the tackle into the backfield. That brings up 4th down and more than likely an Ocean View punt here. So good job by the Matador defense coming out of the gates, ready to play.
All right, let's see what kind of return the Matadors can get. See, they got a little
bad
exchange
punt
problem. Ooh.
Oh, he got that one off beautifully though. You can't even tell that was a bad snap the way the way that one ended.
Like I mentioned in the first half, I really think that, especially this level of football, it is difficult to long snap 12 to 15 yards away. I really think coaches got to kind of look at and see, hey, what can we do to shorten that distance there? And I think a great answer is, again, you see this a lot in college football now with the rugby-style punts of, shorten up that snap, get it out, run off to the side. You always have a built-in fake that you can do there, but just kick that ball and let it run and go down. We're not looking at the Ryan Hunts of the world.
Shout out to Ryan Hunt.
Yeah, they have the great hang time,
Yeah, we talk about players, going both ways. You got Nathaniel Fiaputa going out there on the offensive line now. So that's and that right there, it's tough, Dave, right? You had a great push or a great stop here, then you got to go back out there, and now you're hoping to sustain that for the next 2 quarters or so.
Well, Jacob Ortiz at quarterback now for the Matadors. So, yeah, they are
quarterback by committee here at Bolsa Stadium.
Yeah, it looks like Michael Wynn was warming up with Jacob Ortiz, but they decided to put Jacob in. Again, you see that a lot. Kind of your emergency quarterback becomes one of your better players. Might not necessarily be great at throwing the ball, but you trust them to have the ball in their hands when needed. Certainly Jacob Ortiz, a great player here for Bolsa, and put into a situation he's probably not comfortable with, but see how he handles it.
That's one of the great things with some of our schools is a lot of these guys, they're expected to play more than one position. It's not like a Trinity League team where you've got those guys who specialize in that one position. They're not doing anything else. Well-rounded athletes here.
Empty backfield. Looks like Ocean View's going to bring pressure. They back off.
Shovel.
Oh, no,
fumble.
No.
He got it. Third down and 15 here for the Matadors. Clock running, 8 minutes left to go here. Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics High School football. Ocean View leading Bolsa 21-0 here.
Yeah, talking about that Los Amigos game again. Hopefully that player, it looks like Ohani Garcia, everything's okay with him. Hopefully just precautionary with a back injury, nothing's there. But I imagine that game being 37-8, that might be something where if they're calling halftime early,
Yeah.
they might run the clock in the second half and just see if they can get out of there.
And I'm sure
as soon as
Nogales would be okay with that.
Right. Yeah, again, you get to the rule in high school where when you're up 35 points in the second half, the clock will run in the fourth quarter. If both coaches consent, though, they can also run that ball, or they can run that clock in the third quarter as well. So I'm sure that's what will happen. Third and long here.
Ooh, lets that one go. Got a man open. Oh, man, you cannot Odell Beckham that. Need two hands on that one.
Can't turn around too soon.
Thor Oliver on that intended pass.
We've mentioned this a couple times here. Bolsa's had people behind the secondary there a couple times here tonight, just haven't been able to convert. Fourth and, wow, along here, fourth and about 20. Again, this is a dangerous situation here for Bolsa. We've seen this not pan out for them twice already. Talking about having a punt here backed up in their own territory. Again, Ocean View able to get a block and a score off one of them. Let's see how this turns out here. Good snap. There we go. Bolsa has fixed that problem there.
But that punt.
Got to get on it. Don't let it roll back. Oh, don't touch it, Ocean View.
I'll let the Ocean View guy get it.
Yeah, that looked like, yeah, sometimes you can get a little confused there on those punts about, am I supposed to touch the ball or not? It's like in basketball, we see that a lot too, where people run the wrong way or score in the wrong basket. Sometimes it's a little hard mentally. Ocean View taking over here in Bolsa's territory. Great starting field position for them. And they got stacked receivers up top. Shotgun formation, two running backs. I think we might see this a lot coming up here. Just middle runs, get into Gage Pritchard. I think Ocean View might be even more content to just grind this game out. Let's see if we even see a pass here from Ocean View the rest of this game.
Yeah, I mean, I wouldn't. You're getting enough yardage to get the first downs. Even if you have to punt the ball or get rid of the ball, your defense is doing a fine job.
They did end up passing there, so a little quick now route. Good fight there. And a lot of missed tackles there for Bolsa Grande. An interesting situation. Again, I'm reading about this Los Amigos that they just began the second half here, and they began it with an extra point. So I guess that was off of a touchdown. That player got injured.
Oh, wow. Now that's probably something we've never really seen.
No, we suspended that. And again, normally that's like a free throw in basketball where you got to take it. Otherwise, you can't move on in the game. So interesting call there. But again, no harm, no foul if both coaches agree to that. Another run up the middle for Pritchard.
Flags on the play.
Looks like we are going to have maybe a hold here. It is. We get the signal there, so a hold against Ocean View. This will back them up. Replay first down here. Be about 1st and 20.
You know, in Ocean View, you've got good field position. You can gain chunks of yards on these runs. No need really to pass. And Bolsa can take advantage of, you know, this kind of laid-back kind of game plan, right? Yeah. Just come out and score and make them change it up a little bit. Kind of keep them on their heels instead of thinking this game's over. And they are going to pass over to the left side. It's going to be complete to number 11.
Yeah, great timing there. So Isaac Young, not to Jacob Caldwell. Again, good timing right there. Just a little quick speed out. Isaac Young throwing that ball before Caldwell's head was even around there. Good timing. Again, that's something Ocean View can work on here. We were talking about, hey, maybe they won't even pass the ball, but this is a good opportunity for them to work on things now as well and find some success in some other areas. You know, having a 21-point lead here with 5 minutes left in the third quarter, that affords them the opportunity to make a mistake or two. So,
you know, if I'm
work on some things.
Dave, if I'm Ocean View, I'm showing all of my plays here tonight.
Yeah.
Every single thing you have in your playbook, just get it on tape.
Yeah. Great.
Nice play.
A good penetration there again. It's from Fiaputu, right?
Fiaputa, yeah. Nathaniel on this, he's been on this Bolsa team since his freshman year. Has made all-league first or second team every year since then.
Looks like he's well on his way again.
And only a junior.
Yeah.
We've grown with him. Our freshman year of broadcasting was his freshman year of football.
Well, I don't know. Your freshman year of broadcasting was much sooner than that, or
I did,
much,
yes.
much later than that. Yeah.
That was our yeah.
That was the official broadcast.
The official, the district-wide broadcast. Nice play there.
Yeah, Isaac Young, great job there. He got penetration immediately into the backfield and was able to, on the run, make a nice pass.
And not only can he run, but he can catch the ball too, as Pritchard gets a nice gain on that play.
Got a fourth down here, though, after that holding on first down. They were able to gain chunks of yards, and we're looking at about a 4th and 2. I bet we're going to see a hard count here. Try to draw them off sides, and then we'll see what they follow up with. I'm going to have a timeout first. So timeout Ocean View.
While we have a timeout, I'm going to have to show this. Kaylin drew a picture of my dog, so we're going to try and get it. Let's get it here on the screen here, Vincent. Get the booth cam in. There it is. There we go. Hit it. There we go. There's my dog Coda right there. Kaylin doing a great job. Look at, it's like she's right here with us.
It's beautiful. It's lifelike.
She's tormenting me, and it's only a picture. I can hear her barking and asking for treats and taking things. She's probably getting wires down here at the bottom. Beautiful picture.
I have never seen or heard your dog, but yes, I can imagine what that bark sounds like just from that picture.
Yeah, let me tell you. So she's a mini husky, and there's nothing mini about her husky attitude. I can tell you that right now.
Do you get the howling?
You know what? No, she doesn't howl. She does complain though. No howling. So she'll talk. She'll talk a little bit. Got a fourth down play here for Ocean View. 4th and 1. 3 minutes and 42 seconds left to go here in the third quarter. Ocean View holding on to a 21-0 lead here against Bolsa. They're going to pass. Interesting. That's going to be incomplete. No flags on the play.
Yeah, a little miscommunication there. Quarterback thought it was a deep ball. Receiver stopped for a out route there. So turnover on downs. Bolsa's going to have the ball. Let's see if they can find some success. Get a drive here for a score.
Comeback of the year right now.
Maybe, yeah.
Book it.
Well, that might be the kiss of death now, right?
That's You know what, though? With Los Amigos going out to the San Gabriel Valley and taking care of business, I guess it's not too bad.
As we mentioned, we just got confirmation there will be a running clock the rest of that game. So they did agree to have a running clock there.
Well, not only that, they just scored. They just scored again.
So it is over 35, but
44-8 now. My dad.
oh, this is going to be a penalty.
My
12
dad.
men on the field.
My dad in the chat there calling Coda spoiled. She really is. But not as spoiled as the two dogs he's got, with
Well, I was gonna
probably
say-
laying down right next to him right now.
Frank's probably the one spoiling her, right?
He's got his own two big animals, Max and Leo.
Yeah, but that's how it works. Is his dogs he's hard on, but your dog, that's the one he's going to spoil, right?
You would think
it's
so.
like grandkids.
You would think so. He says my small little 25-pound dog bullies his 50 and 70-pound dogs.
Yeah, I believe that. That is always the case, right? The little Chihuahuas are always the one barking, and the big German Shepherds can sit there and be
They're
quiet.
scared, yeah.
Although I'll tell you, I have a German Shepherd, and she's a barker. Although in a good way. She barks when anyone goes by our house, which
That's what you want, right?
It's what you want, yeah.
You want to be alerted when you've got outsiders around. I get home sometimes and I'll walk inside the house and our dog will just slowly creep around the corner. I'm like, I could have taken everything I wanted to take if I was an intruder. You are not responsive at all.
Oh, we did. We were talking about this at halftime, but yeah, we'll get that. We'll have maybe Kaylin can get this here, but we got the harvest moon that is now up in the sky there.
Oh yeah. After this next play, we'll take a look at it here. Oh, that's got to be a late hit. Nope. Let's take a look at that moon up there, Kaylin. Over there to the left side. See it up there? Left. It's actually on the monitor.
It's on the screen, yeah, right on the left there. Yeah, last couple days we've had some great shots of that moon rising up right at halftime. It was coming right above the horizon there.
Nice shot there. Oh, look at that. That's a good one right there.
Yeah. Very fine camera work as always. Again, I'll give it a shout out for myself. I know we've done it, but Kaylin and Vincent, the A+ team that we have here, the varsity team.
I think when it's all said and done, they will have the most broadcasts with me. We've had a student help the last few years. They were with me last year, and the 2 years prior to that, we had some helpers, but these two have been consistent. And even when she's not here, Kaylin is tuned in, making sure she can give Vincent a hard time.
Well, we're going to have a 4th and forever here for Bolsa, so they'll have to punt. Again, not an ideal situation, punting from this end of the field, but they had a perfect snap on their last one. Got a good kickoff. Let's see if they can build off of that. And
I don't want to jinx it, but the last time they had a snap from this area, it was a touchdown for Ocean View.
No, they had a good one.
Oh,
the
did
last
they?
one. Yeah.
This one's a good one. It's going to be off. Get a good bounce.
Yeah, that's 2 in a row. They've had 2.
All right, there we go.
Two in a row.
Trending the right way.
Like we've mentioned, looking at the positives here, that's what you want. You're trending in the right way in this game. Again, it's not looking great for the outcome of the game for Bolsa, but if they can point to little things of, hey, we got better tonight at this, that's certainly one of them. That punter-center exchange has certainly gotten better as the game's gone on.
Not only that, but your defense has stepped up, and it's been 21-0 for the last.
Well, you take away
10 minutes or so.
you take away the big run from Ocean View on their second possession. You take away the blocked kick for a touchdown, and yeah, Bolsa's defense actually has played pretty well tonight.
Yeah. And against an offense like this, you have to give them credit because it's an offense that's just wearing you down and running the ball.
Bolsa's having some issues now substitution-wise. That's going to be another penalty here, an illegal substitution.
And again, you're trying to get fresh bodies in there and to try and.
Well, not only that, but with some injuries here, there might be some players that are playing out of position and aren't sure that they're supposed to be in at certain points. But again, yeah, this will be a choice, I believe, for Ocean View whether to accept the penalty or let the play stand. Looks like they are waving that flag away. Although I watched it happen, and I did think that was a flag. So we'll take it, though.
We see Tank Britton on the sideline. He's walking normally, so that's a good sign. He's off the trainer's table. He's back with his team. Not sure if you've seen Mikey Haley go back in or not, Dave.
He's been filtering in and out.
Okay.
But he certainly looks like he's favoring his shoulder, so that might be something where they might cut him the rest of the night here and just make sure they come out healthy. Officials certainly discussing that play. They might have heard that Mameli thought that it was a flag, so they're deciding what to do with that.
Looking ahead to some of our future broadcasts here. Next week, we're pulling a double duty from One Source Stadium. Los Amigos hosting Western Christian on Thursday, and Santiago hosting Gabrielino on Friday. Then, of course, the following week, we've got that start of league play going on. We're definitely going to be here for Bolsa La Quinta.
Yeah, that is a good game. No matter how they are playing in the weeks prior to that, they could both be, 0-5, or they could both be 5-0, or they could be a mix of it. That game is going to be close and exciting no matter what. That's how rivalry games are.
And I have a strong feeling that La Quinta might be going into that game at 5-0. A very good chance.
As we mentioned, I'm very high on La Quinta this year. I think they're doing a great job. Again, we've mentioned throughout previous broadcasts that, again, I think La Quinta's got a good chance to win their league. I think that Pacifica has a good chance to win their league. And certainly from what we're seeing tonight, I think Los Amigos has a great chance to win their league as well. But again, I know Rancho will have something to say about that. The 6-time defending league champions themselves. We might see like we've seen the last couple of years, where maybe it's Rancho and Los that are sharing that league title.
Let's hope so. I'd definitely love to see them share the league championship, and love to see Santiago, Bolsa, and La Quinta go 1, 2, and 3 in any order in their league.
Yeah, and again, as I'm sure Bolsa's fans are listening now and going, I don't think La Quinta is going to win league. Well, they have a chance. Again, as I mentioned, these leagues are very, very close, and we might be calling for league favorites right now of a 7-point favorite, and that's one score in a game that could change on any moment's notice. So
yeah, we're talking about going ahead. So of course, the week of that first week of October, we will be covering, like I said, Bolsa and La Quinta. That following week, we are covering Los Amigos and Rancho. I can guarantee you that one.
That will be very exciting as we go into the fourth quarter here. It's the end of the third, but yeah, that'll be 2 great games back to back. We get the Bolsa La Quinta rivalry, and then certainly kind of a rivalry the last couple of years has been that Los Rancho.
Yeah.
Really for the Garden Grove League title, and I'm sure it's what it's going to be for the Sigma League title as well.
And I got to figure out what day that actually is on, because on Rancho's schedule that I have here, it's on one day, and on Los Amigos' schedule, it's on another.
Well, luckily you have someone here that can give you the exact date.
Yeah, let's see, and let's actually mention the other games that week. I think there were a few weeks there where I said, hey, we're going to do some doubles. I remember texting you and emailing you, and you're like, yeah, that's a lot of back-to-backs.
Yeah, I don't want you to overextend yourself with the effort, but I know this is you look forward to this, right?
It's a labor of love here.
Yeah. So what are we talking about? What week here?
So we're talking about it'd be week 6.
Yeah, week 6. Rancho's on Thursday. They're here on Thursday.
So then, or actually week 5. No, not week 6. Week 7.
Week 7. Oh, yeah. Rancho Los is Thursday.
Okay, Thursday. Who's playing that Friday game at whatever stadium?
At Grove, it's La Quinta Santiago.
So that's a no-brainer, right? So both of those, that's a no-brainer double. We definitely want to cover those district matchups.
Well, and again, talking about La Quinta might be the favorite for that league. I can almost guarantee you that La Quinta Santiago game will be close no matter what.
Oh, yeah. Second and 6 here for Ocean View as we've taken a break from the action. Talk a little bit of future broadcasts, and Parrish around the right side, or Pritchard around the right side.
Yeah, again, just got a text from Bolsa's AD, Scott Snyder. We had mentioned that, yeah, he was out of town earlier, and he did confirm that he is out of town. But he did want us to give one more shout out to their girls flag football team, which we did earlier tonight. Again, great win yesterday for Bolsa Grande's girls flag football team. Very exciting game. So far in their inaugural season, they've had a great run here. So super proud of that, and all of our girls flag football teams. It's been a great start for us.
And it's only going to get better.
Yeah, Bolsa defense here up against it. Looks like we're going to have second and goal from about the 1. Again, no sense of urgency here from Ocean View. They don't need it. Time is their friend at this point. Do have a stoppage here. This is probably a false start. Someone not set. We do have that. So they'll be backed up 5 yards. You know, sometimes that helps you down here at this end. It's very difficult when you get bunched up there. There's not a lot of space. You know, you can have guys stacked at the line with no threat of getting beat deep. So sometimes being backed up is not the end of the world. Sometimes,
but when you're running an offense like Ocean View's, I mean, it's almost built for these close situations, right?
Yeah, but sometimes again, you get a little 10 yards back behind you. It opens up some vertical seams, even in the running game. You know, where you can have that.
That's true. But this would be a good spot for, you know, like you said, Bolsa to start cutting a little bit and creating some jams right there at the line of scrimmage.
You see that looking down, yeah.
There we go.
Piles are okay. Again, as we mentioned, we don't see this very often anymore, this style of offense. Oh, looks like we have some extracurriculars. This is, again, what nobody wants here, especially in a game that is probably settled at this point.
Yeah.
Certainly don't want to see that even when a game is not settled.
Yeah.
But
third down here for Ocean View from the 5-yard line. Handoff around the left side. Are they going to be able to stop him? They did.
Yeah. So fourth down from the 1-yard line. Ocean View will obviously go for it, although they could work on their kicking game here again.
This offense, it's a punishing one as we have another Matador down. It's just a lot of physicality. Beautiful night here tonight. Very welcome after the heat from 2 weeks ago during our last stream. It had to have been 116, 120 degrees here in this booth. It was a sauna. Everyone we had up here was just miserable. I felt terrible. We had to, of course, have a longer pregame because of the delayed start time, not even because of weather.
Well, yeah, we mentioned our weather stations with Perry Weather, and it has been very nice. That, to be honest, I didn't even look at it this last week. So That's not true. But I still looked and checked into it, but I didn't get any alerts. How about that?
It wasn't out of worry. It was just out of curiosity.
Yeah, just check and make sure they're still operating right. You know, that's something that you got to worry about, I guess, when you're in charge of something is, am I not getting alerts because everything is good or because something's not working?
Is something off? That Matador gets up under his own power. And he went back out onto the field, Dave. Isn't he supposed to come out for a play?
Yeah, if they have to stop for that, the only way that you can get back on the field is with a timeout.
So no one came. Okay, there he goes. There he goes. That was number 44, who we are glad to see back up. That's Samuel Montes de Oca. Probably just going to sit out a play and get back in there. 4th and 1. Did they get the stop, or are they going to signal for a touchdown?
I think. Oh, they got the stop. That's a turnover.
Wow. Again, we
Good
talk
goal
about
line stand. Great.
We talk about finding those
positives.
Those positives. That's another one. This Bolsa defense has done a great job this half.
They have. Again, that's what I was just coaching or texting Scott Snyder about. Is they really haven't played bad. It's just been a handful of plays that have really been the difference. But if you take those out, this is really kind of a 0-0 ball game, maybe 7-0. You know, but certainly a great goal line stand there. Again, like we mentioned, something to build off for Bolsa. Now, the problem is that with that goal line stand, now their offense is 99 yards away from trying to get their goal.
That's actually, Dave, that's 99.5 yards because that ball is inside the 1 yard line. And again, Ocean View's defense has sometimes been able to get a good push on that offensive line. So
yeah, we could see obviously they are trying to get a safety here at this point. And again, I would say they have probably controlled the line of scrimmage. So let's see how this plays out. Can Bolsa without their usual quarterback in.
Haley is back there though, so let's see if they give it to him. And ooh, that's close.
As is always the case, the rules always favor the offense. So as long as even a tip of that ball is over the line or forward momentum, they will never give you a safety unless it is clear as day.
I didn't think it was possible, but they got pushed back just a little bit. That ball is kissing the goal line.
Yeah, that is until the center moves it up forward. I always found that funny that centers can do that as they come up.
You can sometimes get a whole yard depending on how long those arms are.
Yeah, we mentioned Mikey Haley in again, and now he's back out. He does have some shoulder issues, so he's been dealing with that all night, that right shoulder. Bolsa now out in the spread. Now changed it up. It looks like we got some confusion here.
And they're going to pass from the end zone. Oh, and that one, there's no doubt about that one. That's a safety.
That is a safety, yeah.
That's 2 points, Vincent.
So yeah, at this point, safety, so they will get 2 points. And then on top of that, you have to have a free kick here from Bolsa Grande. So Ocean View will get the ball back. They will be on offense.
Ocean View coach dancing on the sideline there, showing off his moves.
Yeah, you don't see a lot of safeties
no, you don't.
In high school football. And so when it happens, certainly a celebrated thing for your defense.
We don't have the fact checkers like ESPN. What is it, the Elias or whatever it is, to figure out if we've had a safety. But I don't think we've ever had a safety. That might be the first one on the stream. Again, all-time favorite band song right here, and the band is doing a great job.
Yeah, we've mentioned La Quinta's band before on this broadcast, and I'm sure Bolsa's band is a little taken aback by that, and we might have a battle of the bands.
Yes,
when
let's
we
go.
do their football game in a couple weeks there.
Just get them both at the same, from this goal sideline, bleacher to bleacher.
Just as long as they're not playing during the other teams.
Don't play during.
Huddle, right?
I'm trying to remember who's the home team for that one. I think it might be Bolsa.
I do. I think it is Bolsa.
So let's see. There's a little confusion here. So it's a free kick. It's not a free punt.
Yeah, same thing. So yeah, it's going to end up being a punt
Because he's got the T out there.
Yeah, I am.
They beat me to the punch with the Jeopardy music, by the way.
Yeah. I'm questioning myself now on this about whether there's a difference in the high school rules and the college and
It's got to be, right?
NFL, or it could just be that they're wrong here and they allow it. That's always a possibility. You never know.
For the record, refs, David Mora is not calling you wrong.
Yeah, but I didn't think that this was possible.
It's early. It's not a bad disadvantage if you're the kicking team.
Well, if they let you do this onside it, why not?
Oh, unless that happens. Wow. Guess what number?
Yep. Quite a game for him tonight.
If Gage Pritchard is not on an all-county list, maybe. Definitely all-league list. If you're Rancho, if you're Los Amigos, you're watching this later on, number 0. That's all you got to know is number 0. He has been Mr. Everything tonight for Ocean View, even on defense.
Looks like we got another Bolsa injury on the far sideline here.
And if you're Ocean View, I mean, you came into this game at 0-4, and you didn't play like an 0-4 team. You played like a team hungry for a win. And again, we talked about their non-league schedule. It was a little bit on the rougher end.
Yeah, they stepped it up there. And again, it is certainly a good feeling when you are 0-4 and you get a win, and you're 1-4 now, and they're going to take a bye next week, I imagine, and be feeling pretty good going into the Sigma League.
Yeah, and I think who do they open up with? Okay, see, I thought it was, they open up with Los Amigos. So they're going to be well rested going into that Los Amigos game. They get Los Amigos at home. It's going to be in October. Depending on how the weather is, it might be a little bit of a cooler night. But I think Ocean View goes, they go Los Amigos and then follow that up right with Rancho. So they get a little gauntlet there to start league. Ocean View lining it up first and goal here. Flags on the play. Seven minutes and 25 seconds left to go here in the fourth quarter from Bolsa Stadium. David Mora joined by District Athletic Director Dave Mameli. GGUSD High School Football. One game this week. Going to ease into it as next week we have 2.
Who knows? You could convince him maybe in chat here. Maybe he can still pull off one tomorrow night.
You know, the setup is so, or the teardown is so daunting. It's almost more beneficial to just be able to go straight home after these games.
So that's a perfect sequence there for Ocean View. Exactly what they wanted. They go safety and then long return and then touchdown in 3 consecutive plays there. So again, Ocean View feeling great at this point.
In what was a game that seemed very close just a minute ago. Is now at 30, or about to be maybe 30-0. Yep, and that extra point is good. Crowd's still alive here. Oh, they're trying to do a stunt. It did not work out. That did not work out. Cheerleaders, Kaylin, cheerleaders. Zoom in. Go ahead and let's take a look at this. We'll get back to the action just a little bit. Let's see if this will work here. Here we go. Get him up, get him up. Oh. A for effort. Matadors will now have the ball after that short kickoff return. You didn't miss too much. Ball's going to be at their own 37-yard line or so. Well said, LQHS Dynasty. Well said.
Jacob Ortiz back in at quarterback here for Bolsa. Well, you're right. I am pleased with the Bolsa band tonight. They're doing a good job.
In the midst of this game too, to just still have energy.
Yeah.
We were undefeated, Dave. I didn't mention it at the start of the broadcast, but by virtue of having two district, matchups, we were undefeated. Rancho and La Quinta winning. We're gonna fall to 4-1 on the season. Next week, hopefully, we bounce back and we get to 6-1.
That's still a good percentage there. Good winning percentage for us.
I think we're gonna end the season, thankfully, for those district matchups on the right side of things. We won't count the losses, just the wins. Nice little scramble there, still on his feet. Get the outside. See, that's the thing is, Ocean View does. Get a first down.
Yeah, that's always going to be called here when it's 30-0. If that's anywhere close, they're always going to call that late hit. I do think that was a little.
He kind of threw him down.
Yeah, a little late out of bounds there. But again, I have been impressed with Ocean View's fill. I think their DBs and their corners especially. They have not allowed any long runs from Bolsa Grande. They've had good contain. They have good fill. Certainly a
they call it horse collar.
Certainly a positive game here for Ocean View on both sides of the ball. Yeah, I don't think that was a horse collar.
It wasn't horse collar. It was unnecessary roughness, but definitely not horse collar.
Horse collar, you have very specific criteria that you have to fit in order to do that. That certainly wasn't a horse collar.
I thought a few weeks ago we had one that looked way more like a horse collar than what we just saw right now. But
yeah, you do have to have the action where you are pulling them down and they have to go backwards.
But hey, we'll take it.
Yeah, I mentioned the second play of the game. Bolsa Grande got a sack and a fumble on that second play, and I made a little comment about, that would have been rough in the passer in college football. Certainly, it's gotten to that point now where, with all their targeting rules and whatnot, it's very frustrating for the defenses in college football and pro football to just play full speed. They're just playing full speed, and if they are off by an inch or two, they're getting not only flagged but kicked out of games sometimes. So.
I see we had another flag, it looks like unsportsmanlike maybe.
I think this was a face mask.
Was it? Okay.
Yeah, I think that's the call he signaled there.
But nevertheless, Bolsa now in business. get a touchdown here, end the game on a good note.
I do see some fresh bodies there for the Ocean View defensive line. So it does seem they've made some substitutions here. Again, always a good feeling for a coach when you can be up 30-0 and get some of your backups in, some of your younger kids, get them some experience.
Yeah, for Bolsa, of course, and they've got some of their guys now just hanging out on the sideline. You got a Mikey Haley now, just shoulder pads off. Here we go. No. Incomplete pass. I want to take this time to thank everyone for tuning in. Make sure you share this stream out. Of course, it's going to live on YouTube until Elon Musk buys it in 20 years and changes the name to something we can't pronounce.
That'll be something with X in it, right?
It would. The good thing is YouTube is Google, so they're never going to let go of it. Bolsa dropping back to pass. That one incomplete. The great thing about these broadcasts, like I said, they live on forever, so you can go back to the start of the game where I said this is probably going to be a very close game. And then leave a comment and they'll just laugh at me. But before you leave that comment, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And follow us on Instagram and Facebook at Garden or at GGUSD Athletics. Get all of the athletic updates. Girls flag football. You got water polo. Girls tennis going on right now. Girls volleyball. Girls golf that we've been seeing a lot of coverage from.
Girls golf, yeah. We had Pacifica and Garden Grove had their first matches.
Cross country.
This week. Cross country, yeah.
Just want to make sure I'm not forgetting anybody.
We do have a final from Los Amigos, so that final is 52-14. Look here, that again being reported for Nogales that it's a little tougher for them next week. They play Los Osos, so that is going to be a tough game for them.
You know what? So. Kudos to coach over there for setting up a challenging schedule, but that is brutal. That Los just a little bit better than our Los.
Yes,
that's a powerhouse. If you talk about Inland Empire football, I guess if you want to call it, you got Los Osos, you've got Rancho Cucamonga, you've got Upland.
Yeah, we had a couple of the Corona Norcross schools actually practice at our fields as they were dealing with some fire issues, and they have some very good football out there. Yeah, we're talking.
Oh, that's interesting, did they?
Yeah, we had.
Did we get Centennial out here?
We had Corona Centennial, we had Norco, we had Corona, and Santiago of Corona.
Did Santiago go to Santiago?
No, they didn't. That would have
been
made
great.
too much sense. We had Centennial actually was at Santiago.
Okay.
So Norco was at Pacifica, and the other two were here.
I would have come out here, Dave, and just kind of sold them on just the benefits of Garden Grove Unified School District education. I mean, that's okay, right? Or
yeah.
not because I'm seeing now in college, college football coaches letting athletes know, like, hey, if you come over here, this establishment, you get free biscuits for a year.
I know we have had some teachers that have made that drive, but I don't know about that commute at the wrong time of the day coming from that Corona area out over here. That's pretty brutal on the 91.
I'm off the clock right now, so I can say I've got an extra room. No, if you're a 5-star quarterback.
That's a hold.
I think they're going to let it go, or did they?
I do. I think you're probably right.
3 minutes and 54 seconds left here. But, yeah, if you're an Inland Empire quarterback, 5-star, maybe 4-star, you want to go to Rancho Alamitos High School?
You know, that's Inland Empire really now has become what Orange County was for just a number of years with their youth sports. You know, you go out there and you can't drive more than 2 miles without seeing just youth sports everywhere in the fields. And
of course, the IE Ducks of the youth football leagues, they kind of started the trend of that really kind of powerhouse travel football program type feel, and now you've just seen it explode.
Yeah, we'll see where this all ends up going. We've talked about girls flag football, obviously. I don't think we're too many years away from having boys flag football be a sport. It's going to be real interesting to see how that works with tackle football. What happens when we have boys flag football that comes in with tackle football? As you mentioned, you have the travel teams. Well, they don't do travel tackle football. They do travel flag football or two-hand touch or 7-on-7.
That's 7-on-7.
So we'll see how that shakes out, but I'm a little worried about it, to be honest.
And I'm sure there's a very big push for flag football, and maybe for there's a very small but loud contingent of people who think that tackle football should be banned in California, especially at the youth level. And
I think you'll have that. I think there are other advantages to the flag football too. One of the disappointing facts about tackle football that I don't like is we all love games. You know, we're here, we're broadcasting, people love to watch them, but you only get 10 of them.
Yeah.
There's 10 games in the season. You know, if you do flag football, you're looking at 28. 28 is your maximum that you have. While we love football, sometimes these games can get a little long. You're talking about 3 hours for some games that they have or longer.
Yeah, Santiago Los Amigos.
Yeah, flag football, you're talking about under an hour, you're done. So there are some advantages even outside of health-wise and health considerations that I think some athletes might say, hey, I might want to try to do this. They'll probably do it where they have it in the spring, so you could have people do both. They could do tackle football and then naturally do it in the spring as well.
I'll say this, as long as we get equipment that lives in both press boxes, I will broadcast 50 flag football games. Oh.
Yeah, as we were talking about that, we had Bolsa got a 4th down stop, able to get the ball back here.
Interesting to be throwing that ball.
Yeah, we got 2:28. Let's see if we can get Bolsa on the board here and get a score.
We talk about these streams in the audiences. I'm hearing rumors that, that the Bolsa and La Quinta stream, the La Quinta is saying that they'll get more people to watch the stream than Bolsa. Bolsa says they'll get more than La Quinta. I mean,
is there a way that we can track that? And tag
there's
them?
a way that we can track it. I mean, I bet you that neither one can get 500 people each to watch the stream that night, even if they're here. You can almost, you know who would though, Dave? Rancho would, and Los Amigos would. It's not an open challenge or anything.
Yeah, this sounds like some fodder here to try to entice people into it, huh?
It's a little reverse psychology.
Well, I think that would be something we would want to, like you've mentioned. We want those views, but have them watch them from the stands
From
here.
the stands, yeah, from the stands. We can do that. Or again, hey, if I'm a coach and my team has an off night, we're playing on a Thursday and there's a game on a Friday and we're playing that team later on, hey, tune in. You've got film session right here.
As I've mentioned, we've had a number of coaches and ADs that are watching the stream now, so it does happen.
I'll tell you this. If you're a team that's playing that night, when I'm talking, have no fear. No one's going to learn anything about your offense. But as soon as Dave gets in here and he starts talking about real football facts, that's when you might have a problem. And then if it's a Los Amigos game and you got Mr. Nurk in here, then maybe Coach Guest is probably going to want to put the gag order on Mr. Nurk. Like, hey, just keep it simple.
We'll have to black out those games come playoff time, right?
Yeah.
Speaking of that, I think it was Modern Day that had something about this last week, that they had a little contention with CIF about broadcasting rights. They were trying to stream and broadcast a game, and CIF told them no because they have a contract with that. Again, we're not able to do that during playoffs, but we also don't have games that are broadcast by CIF or Fox Sports West now, or Bally Sports, I guess now.
Yeah, I'm very tempted to just come up here.
Yeah.
Very tempted. Maybe to stay under the radar, we'll go up top so no coaches from other teams can be like, hey, wait a minute. But, I mean, it's especially like you said, if they're not being broadcast, and we're a district who's doing this. We don't do it for money. We don't do it for anything but just to bring these games to our parents and our communities. An exception really should be made. I mean, it makes sense for a Modern Day who gets Fox, Bally's Sports and ESPN who wants to cover them. Oh, there we go.
There
Touchdown, Bolsa. Get that goose egg off the board. Never say quit.
That great throw there from number 15, Michael Wynn.
Let's see if we can catch that replay. Well, there we go right there. Nice job focusing on that ball, too.
Yeah, right over the outstretched arms there. So, yeah, Mark Navarro there with the touchdown. As we mentioned, the band in full force here, keeping that energy going. Looks like Bolsa will be going for 2. 30-8 sounds better than 30-6, right? We mentioned that tonight with Los Amigos.
There you go. Flags on the play. They would have got that.
So they weren't set. You got to be set. And they have 12 men, so that's a problem too. And that's what the referee is counting there, and they have 12. And
the whole team at the same time.
We have a replay of that, maybe? That was pretty good.
No, Vincent, he's just kidding. We don't want to see that again.
Yeah, so I actually think they did have 2. I don't think they were set there, but they ran somebody on late there at the end, and that was their 12th. So they'll get backed up, but they'll get a chance to attempt that 2-point play again here.
I'll tell you what, our streams are not anything but if entertaining.
Yeah. I'll just run the same play there.
Yeah, why not? The hole opened up nicely. I think the 12th guy was not a factor.
No.
They listened.
They did, and so did Ocean View.
Maybe the 12th guy was a factor. Well, nevertheless, 30-6, Ocean View ahead of Bolsa, but Bolsa not giving up and scoring a touchdown here late. 1 minute and 4 seconds left to go here at Bolsa Stadium.
Well, as again we mentioned, Bolsa Grande will be going to Channel Island next Saturday, so they have a good amount of time off here to help out with some of those injuries. They get not only the extra day playing on a Thursday, but then also on the Saturday on the back end.
There's Hart. Don't want to interrupt you, but there's Hart right there getting some love from some students. We got Nally over there just in the middle of the screen. Just long days for these pups.
And they'll be back. They'll be back here, I'm sure, tomorrow too.
Yeah, they'll be back at it.
But yeah, Bolsa again gets 2 extra days really between their next game, and it will be on a Saturday at 2 p.m. A little awkward time, but
you know what? I think with what we've seen tonight, some of the injuries, some players might be banged up. That extra day, it's really going to be huge.
Oh,
and they're going to get the ball.
Yeah,
wow. Okay.
Again, something good to work on there. They got that onside work to perfection there. Good bounce.
Wonderfully executed.
So just over a minute here, 1:03 left. Let's see what Bolsa can do with this. They will obviously try to score. That would be a letdown if we just took a knee here, right?
Coach Acosta would never.
Looks like we're going to have a timeout from Ocean View.
You know, we got to get one of our schools to get a dog fetching or a tea fetching dog.
Yeah.
We'll just run out there and pick it up.
I think somebody, they can make a proposal from a safety standpoint, right? Safer for the dogs to do it than kids.
Yeah.
Certainly faster. Although we've seen some young ball boys that are really fast going out there. Is that something you did when you were a ball boy? Did you?
No,
did
I didn't.
sprint to go out?
I was slow as a kid, so I was never a ball boy. But water, I was a water boy as a young kid. You know, a lot of times, coming to these games, it was always after football practice.
Oh, okay.
So, I would come in here. I'd have my football pads on, my pants on, and I was already exhausted. Nguyen passing to the right side, letting that one go. Oh, my goodness. Jacob Ortiz, that was right in the breadbasket. Energy still here in the stadium.
Yeah, good positive here for Bolsa is, again, Wynn's come out and had a couple nice throws here. So, yeah, letting Ortiz go back to receiver. Again, Wynn is only a sophomore here, so getting some good action, some good experience here. Go back to it. No help over the top. Go back to Jacob Ortiz.
Trips left here for Bolsa. Looking to his left. Lets that one go. Oh. At this point, you have nothing to lose. You might as well just go. Try some things out. I'm sure Ocean View just wants the game to be over, but
yeah, we're getting on here 2.5 hours.
third down here for Bolsa. Ooh. Lets that one go. Fourth down.
Good rush there from Ocean View.
Coach Hernandez still out there doing some coaching, so neither team is really just resting here.
Yeah, that's always a sign of a good coach too. Talking about Coach Hernandez, is you are just as excited, just as engaged as a coach with your younger group, with your backups as you are with your starters. You owe it to them to be able to have that, and love to see that from coaches as well.
Trips left here for Bolsa. Fourth down, 46 seconds left to go in this game. Nguyen drops back, rolls out to his left. He's going to keep it. He's going to maybe have a first down. No. Should have kept that going outside. It's going to be Ocean View football, and hopefully they just take a knee.
Maybe.
Maybe.
We might see a power to end the game. Let's see.
Just as long as they run the football. We've had 2.5 hours of game time, almost 3 hours of broadcast time, though. We always have a pregame show here, by the way. So when you see a game starting at 7, show up at 6:45 or so.
A lot of good information there. It really is. Good graphics.
Good. Try to drop some gems. Sometimes the graphics are 100% correct. I think this week they were good.
I think you had 2.
Oh, you know what? Yeah, you're right. You're right. I had. We'll get back to the drawing board.
Well, as we've said, you can't be perfect in week 4. You know?
No.
You want to be perfect by week 10.
Week
So
10?
We still need to sprinkle in some mistakes
Yeah.
here and there.
I don't want to create this illusion that I do no wrong.
Well, all right. I will be back here tomorrow. No broadcast, but be back here tomorrow documenting Rancho and Godinez. So be on the lookout for that and how that game goes.
And hopefully Rancho can pull out that victory.
Otherwise, we will see you at the next broadcast.
Definitely. Thank you for everyone here at Garden Grove Unified School District Athletics. For Kaylin, for Vincent, and for me, we thank you for tuning in. Remember, you can watch this forever. Until next time, we will